Chapter 41. Opportunity in Danger. Chapter 41 Opportunities in Danger. Fang Han also knows that it is very dangerous to follow Fang Qingshe to the underground cultivation. But he did not expect that it would be so vicious and embarrassing. The demon army under the tall, demon altar, in the distance, can kill the country and burn the city, thousands of, night fork, the sky flying night fork, even if you are stepping into the magical masters, I am afraid I have to drink a pot and I can't get it on the spot. Killing the 12-headed night fork team, Fang Han is almost exhausted, if not stepping into the realm of the ninth, psychic, of the flesh, relying on the sharpness of the devil's sword, and the rifle of the vestment, only I am afraid that I will be injured. But now there are thousands of Yasha. There is a flying night fork, it is very difficult for him to defeat a flying night fork, unless he is using a flying sword. However, even if Phagian is used, so many demons will tear him into pieces and can't kill them. Calculated by his psychic realm, if he exceeds 200 nocturnal forks, he will not be left with slag, and he will be broken. It's hidden, or, looking far away at the evil god altar, in the distance, Fang Hengsen groaned. The altar of the demon stands tall and taller than the largest, Falangda, in Longyuan City. There are numerous blood-red large stones on display. In the middle of the stone, there is a statue of 7 or 8 people. The eyes swept across the plains of the earth, exuding endless pressure, and the secret of breath, which made people feel chilly from the depths of their hearts. Under the demon statue, there are several figures standing, one of which is wrapped in a wolf smoke. It is the little wolf Wang Molin, and the other one seems to be a woman. But the most striking thing is a demon-like demon. This demon has a beautiful face, like a young man, but his lower body is the same as the flying night fork, with his wings. In addition to the head, the body is extremely large, as if wearing an unfit armor. The head of the person, the body of the flying night fork. Whether it is the yaksha, or the flying night fork, it grows green and fangs, not like human figures. Fang Han's eyes were confirmed. This is a Shira with a very high status among the demons. Above Shira, it is Da Shu Luo. Above the big repair, it is the devil. The status of Shira in the earth is equivalent to a true disciple. The status of Da Shu Luo is equivalent to the elders. The status of the demon is equivalent to the supreme teaching. Shira's head is exactly the same as the person, and his wisdom is extremely high. The progress of cultivation is also extremely rapid. If you go further and reach the level of Da Shu Luo, the scales of the whole body will degenerate, truly become human beings, and have the same ability as the supernatural masters. These are all detailed records in the worlds, giving the necessary knowledge to the feathers of the disciples, so as not to be the poisoned hands of the devil. Is it a few people who will be killed this time? The Red Powder Prince has been killed by me, and the Sirius is still here. There is also a pure fox demon girl, and the demon lord, Ashira. These people, I am far from being an opponent. It is still good to hide. Fang Hengsen specified the plan. You don't have to hide, the demon army has already discovered us. The sound of Yan was conveyed to the depths of his heart. Fang Han discovered that Fang Qingshe suddenly had a strong purple light all over his body. The current was surrounded by electric currents, and the yin and yang purple electric snakes around him made sharp and long sounds. Strong sound, light, current, ambiguous, unmatched momentum, on the spot, shocked all the demons, even the dozens of people inside the demon altar. Many people can see clearly. On the altar of the demon god, suddenly a fine light was shot, and the square of Fang Han, which was a few miles away, shone in the light, and Fang Han was in the center of the light, so that all the demons were noticed. This time, it also exposed the location of Fang Han. Oops, your snow and clear water is infinite, my cold is weak, and you are killing me like this. Let me practice, it is not so cultivated. Survival in the dead. Although Fang Hengsen was shocked and felt extremely dangerous, but he did not move. The sword was erected between the tip of the nose, and the Buddha was set to enter a state of meditation. In the face of the tide of the demon army, Fang Han is rather peaceful as a child who has matured. This made the Fang Qingshe suspended in the air once again slightly moving, and the eyes flashed a strange light. There was a hint of unappreciated appreciation on his face. We must know that there is no danger in the crisis, and that the catastrophe is in front of us, and we can calm down. This kind of mental state is not something that can be exercised by eating the elixir. It is based on its own potential cultivation, that is, the root bone. This is not bad, it is a bit of a master. The more dangerous people are, the greater the potential is raised. Any master who has to go through countless times of life and death can sharpen his spirits like a knife. If you can, it's an incalculable achievement for you to cultivate yourself and die. Fang Qingshui's voice passed into Fang Han's ear, but Fang Han still remained motionless, waiting for the arrival of the demon army. Fang Qingshui, you dare to be alone, you arrive at the altar of the underground demon god. Who gave you such courage? Do you really think that you alone can destroy the demon altar? Su. On the altar of the demon in the distance, Wang Molin, the little real man of Sirius, suddenly stood up, and the treasure of the 7 gourds in his hand was shaken. Such as the running horse on the grassland, straight into the clear snow. At this moment, Wang Molin, a small real person of Sirius, did not have any injury. It was not like being smashed into the bottom of the river 2 days ago. The skin was fleshy and the whole body caught fire and was seriously injured. Obviously it was a cure for the injury. Don't talk about the altar of the demon in the district. Sooner or later, I will personally go to the demon gods and compete with the demon god. Look at the generation of demon gods, what a magical power. Fang Qingshui stood proud in the air, his face sneered, and he waved with his hand. The purple electric yin knife was crisscrossed, and he formed 108 knives in the sky, cutting the wolf smoke from the impact and directly killing it to 20 or 30. The demon altar in the open, the lightning, the stun of the thunder, to smash the huge demon altar directly, and kill all the masters such as Shira, Wang Molin, and Pure Fox Demon. No Velp in .c Ohm. Fight. Several flying in the sky, fierce flying night fork, met Fang Qingshui's knife, actually was smashed into 2 halves, the body burned flames, made a miserable cry, fell to the ground, huge blood explosion open. Died of death. The demon who made the inner door disciples of the door of the feathers are very jealous, and the demon that the spirits could not completely kill, could not resist the spur of Fang Qingshui. Fang Qingshui's shot, the following Fang Han is completely trapped in the siege of the demon army. Hundreds of nocturnal forks attacked Fang Qingshui in the sky, and naturally regarded him as a fat flesh and blood, and he could not wait for a sip. Fang Han, although this is dangerous, but it is not an opportunity. Every time you kill a nightshade, I can absorb the spirit of their blood, put it in the Wangquan River, quench the shape for the 10 flying night forks, let them break, become a butterfly and become a Shira. The sound of Yan sounded again. This is a dangerous opportunity. Chapter 42, Blood Dan. Chapter 42 Blood Dan. The spirit of absorbing blood. How do you practice the 10 heads of flying knights into a Shira? Is there such a way? If it can be like this, can it be traversed after walking? Fang Hengsen was shocked. In the face of the demon army rushed to himself, he originally stopped the water, tried his best to kill the spirit, and raised the spirit to a realm of death and death, but the phrase, Yan, shocked him soberly. In the Yunfu Wangquan map, he took 10 flying night forks, the body of the red powder prince, a blood cotton magic suit, a spirit sword, a silver snake sword, a red sword, plus 4 foreign disciples. Flying sword, a total of 7 flying swords. These things can't be used now, and you can't reveal a little bit of news, otherwise it will not be far behind. Of course, the magic door spells are forcibly plundered, devouring the soul and strengthening their own strength. I swallowed the pure chicken, and now I can use some spells to display the blood of Wangquanman. Wangquan Shengshui washes away the spiritual impurities, and practices the souls of your killing creatures into a pure Dan, condenses their essence, and feeds the Feiyui fork, they can accelerate their growth and become a Shira. A Shira, although not casting spells, but with the power of 13 horses. Power is strong, the strength of the flesh can be enough to counter the masters of the magical mystery. If you can kill the demon army here, the blood Dan is trained, I am afraid that 4 or 5 can be born. The head is repaired. The sound of Yan is also a bit excited. Take the soul, blood, practice blood Dan. This is the real magic. Magic. Fang Han was amazed. Soul refers to the spirit of people. Po refers to the blood of people. No matter what happens after the death of the soul, the spirit will dissipate, and the spirit will disperse with the wind. Because the spirit is yin, the blood is yang, the body is yin and yang, and it is in balance. If you lose one, you will die immediately. The cultivation method of the magic road is generally to kill the soul, to practice the great medicine of the tonic, and to take it. Enhance your body and spirit. It's like refining a good sword. If you use a living, baby, tiger, or snake, you will definitely have a good sword. And the immortality is to use the grass without the spirit stone refining to make the medicinal herbs to strengthen the body, and then use the power of their own to develop the magical power. This is the difference between the essence of the fairy magic. However, the magic road plunders the soul and strengthens its body and spirit, but it has its drawbacks. Because no matter what the creature kills, even if it is practiced as a medicinal herb, it still has some spiritual imprints of impurities. If it is taken much, the spirit of the impurity is imprinted. It will invade its own mind, and it will be insane and ruthless. Therefore, the immortality is stable, although the cultivation is slow, but generally it will not go into flames, and the magical Tao cultivation is rapid, but the chance of getting out of the fire is amazing. 1,000 people will cultivate the magic road, and basically 990 will die. However, Yan said that if you refine the blood Dan, you can completely remove the residual spiritual brand in the blood Dan and become a pure blood Dan. The water of Wangquan River has the function of washing the spirit of blood, and it is also the reason why those flying swords can be re-washed. There is such a legend in the folks. When you drink the water of Wangquan River, you will forget the memories of past lives and redo people. This kind of temptation is simply to lure Fang Han into the magic road. Because the progress of cultivation is fast, there is no trace of danger. Alright, you will go. Anyway, refining the blood Dan, first feeding the flying night fork, as an attempt. Fang Han licked his lips, eyes watching the gradually approaching demon army, calm the road. There is no need to try. When Huang Quan Emperor mastered the underground holy river Wangquan River, I did not know how many souls refining the pure blood Dan, killing the disciples, let them break through the limits of the flesh. There is no sequelae. I am watching you. Some heartaches, don't want to step into the magic path, or wait for me to make pure blood Dan, you will be heart-throbbing. Your current strength is only 5 horses. When you step into the realm of divine change, but it is the strength of the 8 horses. It is more powerful than the ordinary gods. You need to constantly strengthen the body, strengthen the blood, constantly train the spirit into the spirit, and provide strength to the mind before you can step into the magical power. The secret world. At that time, ordinary food has no use at all. Only taking pure blood Dan is the only way to strengthen the body. Do you know how strong the body needs to be, at least in the secret world? You need to be physically strong like 10 horses or more. Yan, came a very tempting voice, and it was necessary to step into the magic road. No matter what the Taoist magic road, let's live and talk about it. Fang Han did not have a time to listen to the temptation of Yan. Above the sky, Fang Qingshe has blasted the purple power, killing the enchantment altar. And the following demon army, a team of yaksha, full of 20 or 30, fierce and evil, has been smothered. Starry. At the moment, Fang Han stepped on the footsteps and displayed the body of the 7-star foot. The sword of the hand swelled 1,000 points of Jiangguang, and it pierced into the eyes of the 2 nightshades. Fight, fight. When the sword was on, it had a strong current, and it was too late for both knights to struggle. The sword that was reconceived by Fang Qingshe is several times sharper than the original one, and the lethality is even greater. There is more magical power of purple electric yin and thunder. After the night yak, the yaksha will be paralyzed by electricity, and it will not be added. The power of Fang Han. November LBJNN. At this moment, Fang Han suddenly felt that his body was moving. Wangquan too, and a hint of yellow light, such as spider silk, was wrapped around the sword and plunged into the body of 2 dead yaksha. Suddenly the blood of the 2 nocturnal forks, the bone marrow, and so on, in the blink of an eye, inhaled the Huang Quan map. Fang Han gave out a trace of the Wangquan Holy River in the Wangquan map, and found that in the Holy River, a wave of water has been dyed red by blood, and then the dragon, Yan, floats on the river, making a long sing. 2 night forks. The blood suddenly condensed in the water, forming a walnut-sized remedy. This blood Dan, pure body, like blood jade gems, is the best food for practitioners. The practitioner, if cultivated to the realm of divine change, generally grains and grains, human fireworks, can only fill the stomach. If you eat human fireworks for a long time, the body impurities will gradually accumulate, and you will age faster, not only cannot enter, but regress. The food of the practitioners is generally refining the medicinal herbs, or the spiritual rice provided by the fairy tales. For example, the Yuha Hall of Yuhuaman. However, the food of Yu Dian Tang, is just that there is no impurity, keeping your body clean, and you can no longer enhance the cultivation, strengthen the bones, muscles, and raise the limits of the body. Those who are true disciples will not go to the Yushan Tang to eat, but they will refine their medicinal herbs in the mountains. The inner disciples who are related are the peaks of the true disciples and ask for the medicine. The top 10 masters of the Shan list are also the sects who distribute refining every month. The blood of the yaksha is really thick, equivalent to dozens of tigers. Usually slaughtering 72 tigers, can be refined into a blood dan. Fang Han, swallow this blood dan, you cannot eat for 3 days. Drink, full of energy, the body's fascia is more tough. If you take blood dan for a long time, with your cultivation, you can step into the realm of change without a month. Unfortunately, I have no flesh, only can absorb the essence of pure yang magic, can grow themselves, cannot take any immortality. Yan, Zai Zai Sai. At this point, Fang Han could not hear anything about Yan. He had all his spirits and was caught in the fight. Because there are 50 nightshades in the foot, it comes up. The sword was swept away, and the steel forks of the night forks were broken. Like tofu, the purple electricity on the sword passed through the steel fork, and all these night forks were paralyzed on the spot. Fang Han was killed, and the 2 swords cut the 2 nightshades into 2 halves. Although the nightshade scale is hard, the current sword is too sharp, and it is not a rare thing to cut the scales. Nourish, nourish. A large amount of blood flowed into the map of Wangquan, and another blood dan was condensed successfully. Hey, hey, a tall nightshade, like a small head appeared in front of Fang Hanyan, the steel fork in the hand shocked, even as a spear, thrown over, and when the square cold dodge, this small fork head cracked open, issued the devil called. When the chest was shot to Fang Han, it turned out to be a martial art. Oh, it's just 4 horses. How can I get me? Fang Han Tong Ling's realm, his eyes flickering, and the insight into the state of the small head of this night fork. The general yaksha is a 3-strength force. This yaksha seems to be a panacea, and its strength is much higher than other yaksha. But now Fang Han, because of Ju Jin Jin Dan Sake, the strength of the body and the realm of change, is also the power of 5 horses. Fight. After the first move, a sword pierced the palm of the little fork of the night fork, and the purple electric on the sword again paralyzed him. The blood on his body was sucked into the picture of Huang Quan. Because Huang Quantu's blood is very secretive, and the war is fierce, no one has noticed it. After killing this small leader, Fang Han took a look at the altar of the demon ***** in the distance, but found that Fang Qingshe had approached the altar. The knife is vertical and horizontal, the sinister refining, the purple electric is empty, and the serious is a real person, and the pure fox demon girl and others are all wrapped in it. The Shira commander, but the 2 wings in one shock, out of the scope, like an arrow flew into the air of the demon army. Fang Han only felt that this Shira commander, handsome face, blood-red eyes condescending, staring at himself, seems to be at any time to crush himself into powder. Oops, I use the purple magical power on the sword, I am not afraid of the Nightshade siege, but what about this Shira commander? Is it really necessary to use Phagian? Fang Hengson thought. You step back. Protect the altar. At this time, the words of Shira's commander were uploaded in the sky, and the tides of the demon squad, which was surrounded by the cold, spread out and dropped dozens of bodies. And this Shira leader fell to the ground and stood on the ground, only 100 steps away from Fang Han. Man, what is your name? Shira's commander spoke to the other side. Chapter 43. Demon God. Chapter 43. Demon God Appearance. What do you mean, you have to fight with singles? Fang Han looked at the Shira commander outside the 100 steps. His head was very beautiful, such as a beautiful man, but his body was black and blue scales, flashing demon light, huge magic. The body and the handsome head are very disproportionate, and it is a combination of the devil and the immortal. If you take the shell out and change the adult, then this Shira master does not know what kind of beautiful man. Fang Han thought. The devil becomes a person, but it is more beautiful than people, but it is a kind of ironic. In the cold below, the disciples outside the door dare to ask the Shira commander, is it to fight with me? You are a disciple outside the door of Yuha. Look at your body, strong and unmatched, 5 horses, strong physical strength, flesh and blood, the foundation is far more stable than the general **** change master, certainly the best among the inner disciples, even the master of the mountain river list. Is it just a foreign disciple? Shira's commander was surprised. This Shira is very powerful. It is twice as powerful as the prince of the evil moon. Although there is no magical power, I am afraid that I can't see his speed with the naked eye. Fang Han did not answer, but paid attention to observe the vitality of this Shira. He heard that Yan just said that the power of Shira is so powerful that it has a total of 13 horsepower. The ordinary ***** becomes a master, only 5 horses. Even the head of the Satay, the prince of the evil moon, because of the adventure, took the blood of the desert 6-winged blood bat, full of 7 horses, but it is far from the opponent of this Shira. Fang Han has just seen the speed of this Shira avoiding the flashing snow and the purple electric knife. It is almost a black line, and the naked eye can't figure it out. I know that if this Shira kills himself, I am afraid that even the flying sword will not work, unless put on a blood cotton magic coat. Unfortunately, if I cultivate it into the realm of 10 changes, there will be 8 horses and I can compete with it. Now I will encounter this Shira, and I will die. That is not necessarily, you see no, this Shira seems to not want to kill you, and does not want you to kill the demon army, or else, he has already started. Shira is a fierce guy, should not be such a mother-in-law it is. The tone of Yan also shows a trace of tension. If Fang Han is dead, it will also be exposed, and the end will be worrying. He wants to take a living and catch me, threatening Fang Qingshe. This is a careful thought. What else do I still understand? Fang Han's heart flashed a hint of enlightenment. He thought, I am Fang Qingshe. Well, with your qualifications, it will definitely not be a small role. It is no wonder that he misunderstood you. Since he will not kill you and only swears at you, it gives us many opportunities. Yin smiled. What opportunity? Can we still kill him? The scales on Shira are much stronger than the flying knights, and the flying swords may not be cut. I have my own way. Whether you are a foreign disciple or an inner disciple, you put down your sword and walk with me. I won't kill you. This Shira naturally does not know what Fang Han and Yan are discussing, and sees that Fang Han is late. No words, cannot help but speak again, face indifference, have strong confidence. With the strength of this Shira, even the master of the magical mystery can also compete with 1 or 2, let alone a disciple outside the district. What if I don't let go? Fang Hanzui's corner showed a smile, pointing his finger at the altar of the demon ***** in the distance, the purple flashing above, the black smoke filled, the huge demon statue was crumbling. It seems to be bombarded by Fang Qingshe. When the Qingshe sister destroyed the demon ***** altar, kill a few demon disciples and you will die. Is it? Then see who will kill first. This Shira's face showed a secret smile, and Fang Han suddenly felt a cold heart. A claw from nothingness, straight into his heart. So fast. In the Ming dynasty, Shira was still 100 steps away, but the claws had already caught his chest, and the eyes could not react at all. Fang Han knew the horror of Shira at this moment. He did not think about it, and he tried his best to fight a sword. When, on the sword, a series of purple electricity bursts out. The whole person flew up and fell backwards. He fell out of more than 10 steps and tumbling on the ground. Although he intercepted Shira's claws, he was shocked by tremendous power. With his physical strength of 5 horses, it is impossible to withstand the 13 horsepower Shira. Zzz. Shira body purple electric entanglement, seems to be paralyzed a bit, but the next moment, the purple electricity will disappear. It seems that only a little stop his action cannot cause substantial harm to him. However, this is a bit of paralysis under this one. It is also equivalent to saving Fang Han's life. Otherwise, if Shira continues to attack, Fang Han will definitely be life-saving. This power is too big. When Fang Han turned over and climbed up, he saw that the purple electricity on Shira disappeared, and his internal organs seemed to be turned over. Especially when he held the right hand of the sword, the tiger's mouth was broken, and blood was flowing out. The power of Shira's claws was so powerful. Man, your strength is too weak. I don't want to kill you, let go of the sword. After the purple electricity on Shira disappeared, his eyes flowed through a stream of blood, his lips moved, and the sound of the word was round. The purple power on your sword, the mana is very small, and it can't hurt me at all. Quote. Humph. The party snorted and the body shrank backwards. It violently stepped out of the 20-step steps. It turned out to be flying toward a dark river. It seemed to want to use the power of the dark river to avoid the killings of Shira. Running, Shira's body flashed and ran, and turned into a black line. The body tore the air and made a long sound like a flute. Many tall mushrooms on the plain were blown directly by the wind brought by his body. The nearby mushroom is uprooted by a strong air current. Not good. Fang Han, who was running, suddenly felt the sound of the wind screaming again. It seemed that the claws had to be caught and the head was caught as a rotten watermelon. Fang Han knew that this was Shira's killing again. He quickly flew the sword again. He swung his head around his head and cut it again. Boom! This time Fang Han's body was shaken by more than 20 steps, and the tiger's mouth broke again. Wow's blood spurted out, the body rolled and rolled, adjusted the breath, and then jumped again, and saw the purple electricity on Shira's body again. Scattered. Meteor chasing the moon. Seeing such a situation, Fang Han suddenly became a sword, jumping and puncture, and the strength of the body all spurred the sword and stabbed the eyes of Shira. He did not escape. Anti-attack. It's really bold. Shira sent out a burst of smirk, his body flashed, and suddenly there was a gust of wind, and his shadow was everywhere, and he even let Fang Han stab. Fang Han knows that at this moment, it is a crucial moment for life and death. It is not allowed to slack off, and all the spirits are raised. The whole body is under the mental vision, and the roots are like crystals, reflecting the surrounding situation all the time. The skin is more sensitive, a touch of wind, a hint of smell, can make it react naturally. The body is agile several times faster than the monkey, jumping up and down, the sword is slamming, and the purple electric shines, even connecting the attack of Shira. Snake and crane fight, 7 stars link, flying spirits shine, dragon find tigers, autumn rains, etc., and so on, all in this way, all show come out. Fang Han, in full force against the balance, put all the martial arts he learned, without reservation, under the pressure of life and death, the potential was released again. November LBJNN. The full field is his sword light, within a dozen feet, but also everywhere his figure. Ju Jin Jin Dan gave him long physical strength, tenacious body, and now finally came in handy. How powerful is Shira's power? How fast is it? The power of 13 horses condensed at one point, and it broke out. The masters of the mysterious secrets had to be smashed by the mana and shattered the flesh, but Fang Han's hard life was taken over. Hey! Hey! On the ground, there were more than a dozen pits, and the soil splashed, but it was every blow of Shira, and the square cold was heavily shocked on the ground, stepping on the footsteps, and hitting the potholes. However, every time the earthquake is flying cold, Shira will be slightly paralyzed by Zidian, the action is hindered, and the operation is not flexible. Fang Han took this opportunity to adjust the body to breathe and restore strength. Fortunately, Fang Qingxie refined the sword for me. Otherwise, it is difficult to escape the poisonous hands today. In the blink of an eye, with the power of a sword, it resisted more than 10 attacks by Shira, and Fang Han whose mouth was now shaken by blood. A little bit of catching the sword. I can resist my thunder and 13 strikes. You can be proud, I am a little pampered. Shira stood up again on the spot and looked at the tiger's mouth. How much can you resist? 3 times 2 times, I can't hold the sword. Without the purple electrician on this sword, I will catch you like a rabbit. Fang Qingxie, you. At this moment, on the far away of the Ode of the Demon, there was a cry of earth shattering, and the monk of the Sirius, the real man under the demon statue, was suddenly lit and burned. It turned into a burst of Mars and disappeared everywhere. It turned out to be a powerful supernatural power by Fang Qingxie, and it was hard to break the protection. Bang! The 7 gourds on his hand were cut by a knife and flew up. Fang Qingxie took a trick, and the treasure actually flew into her hands. Without the 7 gourds, what else can you do? Fang Qingxie grabbed the 7 gourds, and the 2 yin and yang purple electric snakes around him smashed toward the tall demon statue. It turned out to destroy the demon statue. At this moment, the demon statue suddenly squirmed, as if the resurrection came over, the powerful demon, overwhelming, swept the entire plane. Fang Qingxie saw this situation and his face changed. Ah, demon gods show up, can't drag any more. Shira also saw such a situation, his face was cold and booming. The ground that he stood was stepped on, as if he had collapsed a large piece, and then his body had already reached the square. He showed real power. It's time. The voice of Yan Chuan da zai si 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 zai si. Chapter 44, Exposed. Chapter 44 is exposed. The demon statue on the altar of the demon is full of fascinating demons. The Shira, who had to be born with Fang Han, couldn't care so much. The sudden killer, the whole body turned into a residual image, and the speed was absolutely superb. The sharp palms came from all directions and brought arrogance, as if the tornado was generally smashed. Fang Han's ears, all of them are strong winds, and the anger is whistling. For a moment, they can't open their eyes and their ears creak. Under the attack of Shira, they are completely deaf and blind. This is the real reality of this Shira, which is twice as fast as it was just now. Obviously the previous hands, Shira is in a playful attitude. At this moment, Fang Han finally knows the power of the 13 horses in one. How arrogant, how earth-shattering. The air is constantly exploding, and the body is stinging everywhere. I don't know where to dodge. November LBJNN. This is the magic of martial arts, killing the tricks, killing the wind. At this moment, Xiaolong's Yan made a sharp sing and resounded in Fang Han's mind. Hey, Fang Han only felt his own mind, and there was a shadow of Yan. Yan opened his mouth and suddenly spewed out a group of bright light. This group of light is like an eternal aurora, illuminating all the darkness in the mind. The spirit is extremely thorough. My mind is clear, my eyes are open, and I see that Shira's movements seem to be slower, 1 inch and 1 inch moving, huge claws, slamming to my face. 7 feet, Kuixing kicks. Fang Han did not hesitate, his body flashed past, his hands, feet, back, waist, hips, bladder, shoulders, neck and movements, like a 7-star stretch, flashing to the right side of Shira, exerting strength on his feet, a series of leg shadows he kicked on the huge body of Shira. Shira was actually kicked in, and the whole body was shocked. The body made a strong force, and even Fang Fengjun fell to the ground. Fang Han fell to the ground, the spine bowed, single palm and feet twisted, shot to the ground. Hey, taking advantage of the bounce, it is like a tree on the tree, the sword in the hand, pointing to Shira's eyes. I can actually react to it. In your spirit, it is impossible to react. There was a slight difference in the face of Shira, and the sword was hardened by both hands. Huang Quan Zhan Yuan. The sound of Yan resounded in Fang Han's head. At this moment, there were suddenly 3 yellow airflows outside the sword. These 3 yellow airflows were like entangled dragons. They were strong, and sturdy, so that his hand was caught on it and it was shaken. Shira's claws, 5 fingers grabbed. There is no difference between steel and tofu, but it is shaken by the yellow light airflow bursting on the sword, showing how powerful the yellow airflow is. Is this the mana of the dragon? Fang Han Yijian shocked the Shira's claws, and suddenly felt a yellow air current flowing on the body skin, like a strip of python, wrapped around the body, connected with the muscles, giving him endless power. If Fang Han used to be a 5 horsepower force, then now with the help of the yellow airflow, it has increased by more than 3 times, and the power of 15 horses, and his mind is illuminated by the Yan mana. Sensitivity has also doubled. That blood cotton magic clothing. Fang Han knows that it can be broken with the power of 7 horses, but this yellow air flow is much more powerful than the blood cotton magic clothing. Mana. This is mana. Shira's claws were shaken, and the mana was clearly seen at a glance. He really couldn't understand why Fang Han had the mana, and only the master who stepped into the mysterious secrets could have the mana. Limited, unlimited mana. Supernatural powers. Fight. Fang Han did not pay attention to his words, but it was like lightning, a sword assassination. The speed of the sword separated the air, and formed a short vacuum. Yellow Spring Network. The voice of the cockroach changed, and the yellow mana was suddenly separated. Turned into a big net like a stalk, it would entangle the whole body of Shira, making him roar and unable to move. Yellow Spring Network. What are you? What are you? Shira's whole body swelled, and the handsome face showed extreme shock, as if he saw the real demon. However, Fang Han did not answer his words, but a sword stabbed Shira's eyes, as if crushing a hard ruby. The tip of the sword went deep into the brain. Subsequently, the fine spring net, like the hairspring, went deep into the eyes of Shira, and absorbed all the blood and brain. Miao Zai, wonderful Zai. Shira's chi and blood is close to pure yang, the spirit is also very sharp. Can be trained into a big complement of blood dan. In the Yan happy voice, a full bowl of blood dan condenses in the holy river of Wangquan, and shining, like Yingyu. The quality of this, blood dan, is 10 times better than the blood dan, which has just been condensed. It is a big supplement that can make up for the blood and strengthen the bones. It's finally dead. Ashira is actually killed by me. It's wonderful to have the feeling of mana. Fang Han took the sword back, and he remembered the thrilling battle. Through this battle, he once again had his own martial arts. A new understanding. On the road of cultivation, we have taken another solid step. This is my mana, not your own, and you can't cooperate with your body. If you can cultivate to the mysterious secrets, the mana will be more magical. Yan, this dragon retracted the mana. I am now the second layer of a mysterious secret, the master of the real world. You must give me pure sun to treasure. Look, Fang Qingshe actually played with the demon god. This woman is too fierce. If she fails, we will never be ruined. Fang Han quickly looked at the plain in the distance. Above the plains of the earth, the demon atmosphere is filled, the black depressing monsters are scattered everywhere, and then condensed into magic knives, and then condensed into various kinds of warcraft, all kinds of strange, horrible magic. Fang Qingshe is surrounded by 2 purple electric snakes, like a thunder godmother, dispelling the demon. Ha ha ha, ha 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 ha, the disciple of Yuhuaman, so courageous. Actually dare to destroy my icon. Suddenly, the sky is violently gathered in the middle, and it actually condenses into an entity. This entity is a man dressed in black, tall and close to perfection. The long black hair is purple and dances with the wind, especially a pair of eyes. It seems to have magical power and ***** people's souls in. This is one of the 5 demon sects, the demon ***** sect, the demon god's avatar. As soon as the demon god appeared, Fang Han felt that his heart was extremely uncomfortable. He almost squatted down on the ground and became an ostrich who looked at the tail and buried his head deeply in the land. The demon, the 7 gourds you planted have fallen into my hands. Are you going to take the shots yourself and win the magic weapon for the juniors? Faced with the demon god, Fang Qingshe is not afraid, the sound is still cold, it seems that there is nothing in the world. Things can make her discolored. 7 gourds are a treasure that I spent my heart planting, but I don't care about it. The 7 great emperors, the 3 great emperors have signed an agreement to attack and defend the alliance, to fight with the fairy road. You are little disciples, dare to come to destroy my altar, to block the demon army, is to find a way to die. If I let you leave safely today, what is the face? The voice of the demon ***** is like a mountain. Bang! Fang Han only felt the earth beneath him, suddenly swayed, cracked the ground seams, and the underground plains of dozens of miles were cracked everywhere and collapsed everywhere. Especially the strong voice, like the storm on the big sea, slammed, let Fang Han hold his ears, kneeling on the ground, the pain was reduced a little. This kind of power is as high as the sun and the moon. It is as big as heaven and earth. It can't compete at all. Fang Qingshe actually talks to him face to face. How strong is she? Fang Han thought, for the power of the demon god, the fear reached the extreme. Because this power is not what humans can compete with. If this is the case, then I will let the demon **** clean your face. Fang Qingshe sounds like the snow and ice of the ages, the whole body is flying in white, surrounded by purple electricity, and the 2 purple electric yin and yang sings are more intense. Suddenly, they are actually long. Out of the deer's horns, the lower body also grows the claws of the eagle. Above the lips, the long beard adds to their old, desolation, ancient atmosphere. Double snake dragon, is your cultivation to such a realm? It is no wonder that the kid should be in love for you, and you should not listen to the innate words. In order to make a gamble with you, go alone, go to the heavens and the illusion of cultivation, regardless of yourself. The life of the demon god, the demon ***** stunned, once again laughed. In terms of heart, you are indeed among the disciples of the immortal disciples, pick me up a trick to swallow the sun. Between the talks, the demon **** splits the big sleeves. Suddenly, the heavens and the earth were dark and the black mist filled. All the light and light disappeared, and the fingers disappeared. Fang Han felt that the heavens and the earth were loaded between the demon gods and the big sleeves. Turn around. It should be congenital, it should be the innate emperor of the devils. His son, Devil Shuai, and Fang Qingshe exchanged aisles with each other. Although he felt the darkness of the sky, Fang's heart was still moving, and an inexplicable emotion swayed in his heart. Congenital and heavenly, clear and turbid, the dragon snakes landed, the battle turned to the stars, the heavens and the earth repeated, the heart of the 6 thieves, the meaning of the 7 injuries, give me broken. In the darkness of the night among them, the sound of Fang Qingshui's snow and ice suddenly appeared, and it seemed that he was mourning a long scripture. It's awkward. 2 strong purple electricity, suddenly torn the darkness, shocked the universe, a figure appeared in front of Fang Han, it is Fang Qingshe. Sister. Fang Han looked up and saw Fang Qingshe appear in front of himself, surrounded by thick darkness, but the purple electricity on her body dispelled a large black fog. The difference is that Fang Qingshui's face is pale, and the white clothes are full of blood like peach blossoms everywhere. However, her body is straight and straight. It seems that any demon law can't suppress her will. Fang Han feels that her sharpness has to smash the momentum of the sky, and her heart cannot help but shudder. I temporarily tore the fog. I will take you away. I will not be late. As soon as he saw Fang Han, Fang Qingshe grabbed him. Then she saw Shira killed on the ground. You killed Shira? Fang Qingshe seemed to be taken aback. His eyes were to see Fang Han in general. What's in your body? Let me see. Between talking, her fingers are out of thin air. Oh, Fang Han's vestments are separated from the underwear, and the upper body is naked, all appearing in front of Fang Qingshe. Chapter 45. 7 Killing Swords. Chapter 45 7 Killing Swords. Oops, the crouching Huang Quantu was discovered by her. Is it life or death? Fang Han did not expect Fang Qingshe to be so simple. He directly opened his own clothes and made his upper body. N-O-V-E in .c ohm. Huang Quantu has been wearing it as an underwear. Now that the clothes are all peeled off, the picture is exposed. As shown in figure 1, the consequences are unimaginable. At this moment, Fang Han kills the heart suddenly. There is an impulse, sword, assassination Fang Qingshe. However, he also knows that Fang Qingshe is not a Shira, but the fourth master of the magical mystery. Shira is only the equivalent of a double master, and Fang Qingshe is a heaven and a ground. If Fang Han suddenly assassinated, there is no grasp, and there is no chance for even one. Well, nothing. At this moment, Fang Qingshui's eyes flashed a little more surprised, because in her eyes, Fang Han had nothing on his body, that is, delicate skin, fine muscles, smooth body shape, and explosive curves. On the smooth skin, it shows a strong vitality. Where did you go to the Wangquan map? Fang Han was also a glimpse. He looked at his body and found nothing. It seems that he had never seen the picture. It must be a means of embarrassment. He said that when I took Zhu Jin Dan and Huang Quan Emperor refining Zhu Jin Dan, I joined my own blood, and the crouching Huang Quan too also has his blood. Fang Han Ling machine moves. Sister, what is the magic weapon on my body? Just the altar of the demon ***** suddenly changed. This Shira immediately stayed. I took a sword and stabbed into its eyes. He began to want to give birth to me. Give me a chance. Go. Fang Qingshe did not listen to Fang Han's explanation. He looked at his **** tiger's mouth and grabbed him again. He vacated, and the purple flashing around him, smashing the air, opened a road in the infinite black fog, and swayed. Fang Han was caught by a hand, and the whole body could not move. It seemed that he was paralyzed. He saw that the black fog in front was constantly being washed away. Fang Qingshe became paler and paler, occasionally coughing, and dripping blood dripped from his lips. Dyeing a bright peach on a white dress, it is obviously not a good injury. The demon gods, take the moon to pick the stars. A burst of demon sound suddenly appeared in the black mist. The sound wave actually condensed into a root spear, the thorns of the thorns to Fang Qingshui's body purple power, the purple power of the road was smashed. Subsequently, the black fog in front was more intense, and a huge, fair hand, was covered, such as a large net fishing, and Fang Qingshe was caught in the hands. God is like a knife, killing it. Fang Qingshe does not change color, and a single palm stands on the chest. A purple electric knife that is as thick as a bucket smashes the past and is smashing to the center of the demon hand. The demon hand gathered toward the center, and suddenly took the knife light. Sen Luo Wanxiang. Fang Qingshe closed his eyes and seemed to be accumulating strength. After accumulating 3 breaths, his eyes slammed open, and the huge yin knives suddenly exploded, turning into thousands of rotating knives. Among the light, there have been countless scenes, houses, palaces, cities, trees, flowers, mountains, immortals, thunder, flames, winds, dragons and tigers, everything Senro is in it. Oh, the demon hand was actually torn by her knife. This tear, in the darkness of the sky, suddenly showed a glimmer of light. When Fang Qingshe grabbed Fang Han, he shuttled through the light of this light and disappeared. On the altar of the demon god, the demon **** incarnation once again swung the big sleeves, and suddenly the dark fog disappeared. The underground world has restored a little bit of peace. God, my 7 gourds, don't you go up and kill him. Wang Molin, the small real person of Sirius, stood beside the demon **** and hurried. Sen Luo Wanxiang, a good move, the magical power of the congenital demon, she actually used so fascinating, she and the younger should be as scared as the innate, but in the middle of my demon big handprint, see if she has this kind of creation can escape the chasing of the same door. My identity, chasing a junior, not very much like words. The demon has a slight way, but my real body is suppressing the 9 yin gods, and there is no power to separate the body. Let her go. Congratulations to the demon god, finally sealed the 9 yin gods, this god, but one of the most powerful demon gods in the extraterrestrial sky. If you refine it, the demon is further away from the road of immortality. Beside the demon stood a young girl, human body, but there was a white fluffy big tail behind the sweep away, like the legendary fox. This is the pure fox little demon girl. The body is 10 heavy, the magical power is 10, and the longevity is also 10. After the immortal, there is still a long way to go before you can see the legendary door of eternal life, the road of cultivation, grow, neon. The demon touched the head of the pure fox demon girl, and the body was dissipated for a trace of smoke. Go, we chase. Fang Qingshe sensed the demon big handprint, and then the oil must be exhausted. Wang Molin yin, the body turned into a dark green light, flying up. Above the ground, the sun is hanging high, it is the noon desert, and the blazing sun can dry the water of the human body. Are we fleeing the ground? What is this place? A purple electric light cut through the sky and landed on a tall sand dune, showing 2 figures, it is Fang Han and Fang Qingshe. You stay here, I am in the demon god, a demon big handprint, mana collapse. Just broke through his demon law is already doing his best, cannot think of a long-lived secret master a small avatar, it is so powerful. But also, I finally know the masters of the longevity secrets. Among the disciples of Yuhuaman's true disciples, those who have played against the masters of the longevity secrets, I am afraid that I am one, cough. Quote. Fang Qingshe sat on the ground with his knees and put Fang Han down. His face showed a smile and seemed to be very satisfied with the demon god. Sister, are you not seriously injured? Fang Han asked quickly. No problem, I am running the mana, refining the demon gas of the demon big handprint, I am practicing the purple electric yin knife magic can refine all the demon, but it takes time. Fang Qingshe looked at Fang Han, you can actually kill Shira. Although it is luck, it is also shocking and more shocking. I am more and more surprised. You can help me protect the law. Between the words, the 7 gourds in her hand were lost, Fang Han quickly caught. The body sank, good sink. A small gourd, actually has dozens of pounds. I don't know what is inside. The spirit of blood in this 7 gourd has been obliterated by me. You are now slashing blood. Fang Qingshe said. This gourd is a treasure, but Wang Molin, this little devil, refines a kind of scorpion smoke. There are some small bugs, which are simply violent. In fact, the most powerful part of this gourd is that there is a 7-killed sword array. Just put the 7 sword level flying sword into the gourd, you can arrange it into a 7-kill sword array. God, encounter ghosts and ghosts. Very fierce, but the 7 flying swords are rare. The magic road is not good at refining. So that the 7 killing swords inside have no sword, cannot play the power. After you enter the inner door, slowly collect 7 flying swords. Between the talks, Fang Qingshe closed his eyes, and the whole body of the purple electric hairspring condensed himself into a purple big scorpion, wrapped in the scorpion, 2 purple electric snakes, hovering outside. These 2 purple electric snakes, but also smashed the antlers, talons, beards, not a dragon. 7 killing swords. I am not having 7 flying swords. Spiritual wind, silver snake, red desire, and 4 other. Fang Han's mind is moving. At this moment, suddenly, in the distance, on the sky a Bai flame dragged out a long tail and flew in, and instantly stayed in the air, showing a young man wearing green clothes. It is the true disciple of Bai Yangfang, Jin Shite. Fang Qingshe, I finally found you. Jin Shite stayed in the air, constantly running mana, and then looked at Fang Han, 7 gourd. You, offer the gourd. Chapter 46, Ancient 7 Poison. Chapter 46, Ancient 7 Drugs. The 7 treasured gourd is such a powerful treasure, you want it, it is simply no reason, but this person is a master of the magical mystery, true disciple, I should act decisively. Otherwise he can pick me up with a stroke. Fang Han knows Jin Shitai, knowing that he is the true disciple who presided over Bai Yangfang. Compared with Shira, he is even more devoid of his ghosts. He is not his opponent. Even if he uses Phagian, blood cotton magic clothes, he is not his opponent. The difference between the mysterious mystery and the physical body is too great. N-O-V-E in .c ohm. Between the words of Jin Shitai, Fang Han shook the 7 gourds, and suddenly, the thick smoke came out of it, and it turned out to be the 7 wolves. This wolf smoke first wrapped his body into a ball, and he couldn't get into it, and wrapped Fang Qingshe in it. The wolf smoke method ball, first self-protection. Faced with such an opponent as Jin Shitai, there is no possibility of victory. It can only fight the power of the treasure, fully protect, wait for Fang Qingshe refining and demon, and wake up. His tiger's mouth was severely shattered by Shira. When the blood was flowing and the 7 gourds were seized, the blood had already contaminated the spirit of the gourd, and immediately became inseparable from the gourd. When Fang Qingshe took the gourd, he had already displayed his magical powers and erased the spirit of blood inside. Whoever dropped blood first, who is it? Junior. Bold. Actually dare to resist. Jin Shitai did not expect Fang Han to be so simple, and did not answer. He used the 7 gourd of the wolf smoke protection, could not help but change his face, showing a trace of embarrassment, obviously furious. Alright, killing you this junior today, do you think that with a treasure, you can compete against the master of the magical powers? You are too naive. Between the words, Jin Shitai waved his hands, suddenly between 7 green flames, like a sword, volley to kill. The flames blew through the air and made a rumbling sound. Above the desert, the sun is empty, it was originally a golden one, but the green flame of Jin Shitai, but the square is reflected in a few miles, the golden sand dunes turned into green mountains and green water. Fang Han knows that this is the green and 7 repairs. It is one of the 8 supernatural powers of feathering. Parallel with the purple electric scalpel, one is fire, the other is electricity, each has its own strengths. Pung 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 pung. A series of green flames hit the wolf's tea, and it sounded like a big hammer hammering the bell. The shock was so cold and bloody, but the BN7 repaired the gods, but it did not break the wolf smoke ball. Only the surrounding wolf smoke shocked all sides, the smoke cloud is like a wave. Jin Shitai, Fang Shiji and you are the same as the disciple of the feathers. Why do you have this poisonous hand? Do you betray the immortality and enter the magical teachings? You still do not stop the behavior of the same door. I did not happen as a thing, otherwise if I pass it out, let the door of the feathers go up and down, and you will know that you are maiming the same door. The door of the door, the true disciple, can't kill each other, you can only decide on the penalty platform. You betray the rules and regulations. Same judgment. Fang Han tried his best and pulled out a series of words. In the worlds, the door rules of the Yuha Gate were recorded. Fang Han occasionally took a look and remembered some of the key points. Now I ask the Jin Shitai to come. Ha 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 ha, ha 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 ha. Jin Shitai heard Fang Han's words, it seems to have heard the most ridiculous remarks in the world, you a little outside disciple, know what is called the door gauge, ants the general thing. I am too lazy to talk nonsense with you, and to collect the smoldering smoke, let you smash the corpse. I'm so mad. In the fierce screams of Jin Shitai, the 7 green flames suddenly changed, turning into a big hand, and smashing it down, grabbed the raging wolf smoke, and slammed it up. Nourish, nourish and nourish. Shang Bing Bai Yan, violently burning, and wrapped the square cold in a blink of an eye, looking around, all the green color, completely fell into the flame among them. Fang Han felt that his mind was hot, and his body suffered from a tens of thousands of pounds. It seemed that he had to raise the wolf smoke. The green flames lingered, as if burning directly in his mind, to his brain, the mind directly baked and evaporated. The mind is blurred. This is his first time against the master of the mysterious secrets, but did not expect that the other party is so powerful, even the treasure is not an opponent. Be careful, this is the spirit of his refining your blood. If you keep your mind, you can protect the 7 gourds without losing your mind. Otherwise, the gods will be confused. This gourd will fall into his hands. At a critical juncture, in his mind, a voice awakened him, and it turned out to be just disappearing. Hey, where have you been? Where did it disappear? Fang Han was shocked and delighted. I just used a small means to hide it. You look at you. Yan carefully watched the road. Fang Han saw his upper body skin, a picture gradually emerged, like a tattoo, and their own flesh and blood are not separated from each other. The original, Yunfu Wangquan, was worn as a underwear, but now it has become its own tattoo. This change is more flesh and blood. A dragon, a Wangquan river, surrounded by the upper body of the square cold. Such a tattoo adds to the infinite endless magic of Fang Han, just like the resurrection of the demon emperor, to dominate the world, to engulf the universe, to practice with the heavens and the earth life, the glory of the sun and the moon. It turned out to be a tattoo. Fang Han surprised. I said earlier that there is the blood of Wangquan Emperor in Jui Jindan, and Wangquan Tuo also has the blood of Wangquan Emperor. It is inseparable from 1 to 2. If you cultivate into the longevity, you can truly integrate Wangquan Tu into your own. In the blood, mana is only deeper than the feathering door. But now it is useless. It is hidden. The shape of the dragonfly appears directly in the mind, bringing a lot of coolness to Fang Han, making Bai Yan a half-time, unable to shake the spirit of consciousness. Although the firepower of Bai Bai was resisted by the wolf smoke, but the fire poison can directly attack the spirit of Fang Han, let him lose his guard and lose his life. Oh, you appear like this, if Fang Qingshe sees. Fang Han suddenly surprised. It doesn't matter, Fang Qingshe has a big handprint in the sky demon. Now I am fully refining and demonizing, and I can't get a little spirit. I don't have any feelings outside. Otherwise, do you think she is willing to give you the 7 gourds? This is a treasure, the good things planted by the demon god, more mysterious than the chicken to the sun. But the gourd is a pure yin magic, there is a demon, not suitable for me to eat, or else, I really cannot help. Quote. Yan licked his lips. Since this is the case, I put the 7 flying swords into the 7 gourds and motivated the 7 killing swords. It is possible to let this Jinshitai eat a big loss. Fang Han's evil road. Not right, 7 gourds, very mysterious. The demon gods used to plant this gourd in batches, but in the end there was no success. Otherwise, the demon gods would probably expand their power and press all the sects. If you put the 7-sword flying sword going in, I'm afraid I can't get it out. In case the snow has been taken by the rear, I saw that there are 7 flying swords in the air. How do you explain it? Batch planting. If the gourd can be planted in batches, the disciple of the demon ***** is one of them, isn't it invincible? Fang Han thinks, if the door is hundreds of thousands of disciples, everyone is a 7 hulu, I don't know what the scene is. There are many wonderful uses among the 7 gourds. You can observe it. If you just use the wolf smoke, then Wang Molan can't resist Fang Qingshe for so long. You know, Fang Qingshui's mana is much higher than Jinshitai, and the realm is also high. There are 2 weights. Jinshitai is only the 2nd realm of the mysterious secret, and Fang Qingshe is the 4th heavy yin and yang. Well, let me see. Fang Han got help from him. For the time being, Jin Shite couldn't help him outside, so he probed the inside of the 7 gourds. Inside the 7 gourds, there are layers, like bookshelves, with 77449 lattices. Some lattices are empty, and some of them are like poisonous insects. There are 7 grids filled with smoke. It turned out to be a large amount of Sirius. This day, the wolf smoke, although it is smoke, is extremely heavy, like mercury. Well, what is that? Fang Han then saw the bottom layer of the 7 gourds, 7 lattices, shaped like a sword sack, and the bottom of the plaid turned out to be a picture. The picture painted a lot of swords, moves, and kept flowing, like millions of swordsmen are practicing swords. The 7 sword sacks are empty, and there is no flying sword. Obviously, as long as the 7 flying swords are put in, you can spur the sword and exert an incredible power. This Wang Molan actually doesn't even have a flying sword. It's no wonder that Magic Road is good at getting something for nothing, not good at refining. Fang Han wants to try the power of the 7 killing swords, but in the end endure. Well, I don't know how to smash the golden claws. 9-claw spider, beauty demon bee, blood pool poisonous mosquito, ironback ladybug, 6-winged silver silkworm, magical butterfly. There are so many poisons. The ancient 7 poisons. Good. In particular, these poisonous insects, contaminated with the gourd of the gourd, fierce, long-lasting, and not afraid of water and fire, as long as they are bitten a bit, take care of his mysterious secrets but also poisoned and died. The sound of the symbol was conveyed. Obviously, it also watched the things in the 7 gourds, and suddenly found many strange worms in those plaids, and could not help but rejoice. The ancient 7 poisons. Fang Han has not heard of it. There is no detailed description of poisons in Worlds. After all, Shandao is not a magic road. Use the mind to open the lattices in the gourd and release the poisonous insects. Let it go out, isn't it burned to death? It doesn't matter, these poisonous insects are not so easy to burn, and Bishi of Jinshitai has not cultivated home. It is good, Fang Hengsen thought. Move, hey. The 7 gourds swayed again and suddenly, from which they first flew out a group of cockroaches. These cockroaches had wings behind them. The whole body was golden yellow. It was like gold casting, screaming like a sneak peek. Jinshitai outside the Bian. Chapter 47. Magic Handsome. Chapter 47. Magic. Golden carp is an extremely rare ancient poisonous worm. It specializes in underground metal veins and poisonous water. Therefore, it is innately invulnerable. If you bite a bite, you will die immediately if you are a master of the realm of change. The 7 gourds are pure yin babies, and the golden scorpion is nourished by pure yin, and the body is more concise. You can only see that the fire can only burn them, but you can't kill them completely. But this is also the cultivation of Jinshitai. When you get home, if you practice the qi, you will die. Seeing a team of gold cockroaches flew out, rushed to the outside of the flames, was burned to make a screaming scream, but did not die. Yan, this dragon cannot help but giggles. Then, a team of 49 bright demon bees came out. These demon bees, all of them are metal-like fluff, and the tail looks like a narrowed beauty face, long spikes, and swallows from the tail. Out, Fang Han has no doubt that these bee stings can pierce the steel plate. Poisonous beauty demon bee, it is also a rare poison. Subsequently, a group of blood mosquitoes flew out. This group of mosquitoes, the most secretive, when flying out, only the size of the thumb, the whole body is like a blood jade carving, making a squeaking sound, but inhaling, each one actually swells up, bigger than a fist, terrible. This kind of blood pool poisonous mosquito is the first of the 7 poisons. It is said that only the most mysterious blood shadow of the magical path can be grown in the blood pool of the purgatory. When one bite, the whole body blood is immediately sucked away. This is not a horrible place. The most terrifying thing is. I am laughing. What is the most horrible? Fang Han quickly asked. Responding to him is that the bang is loud. A strong explosion. After the first blood-sucking mosquito was inflated, the serious smoke was drilled, and it was burnt in the fire, giving a screaming sound like a night owl. The blood pool poisonous mosquito is not like the beauty demon bee, and the golden cockroach is not afraid of the flame, but it is being grilled so badly that after being hurt, it is struggling forward in the flames, rushing out for a long distance, close to the Jinshitai. Suddenly banging, the explosion is coming. A strong explosion, the Bai Yan shattered more than half. The original blood pool poisonous mosquitoes, injured to the extreme, actually will explode. The power of the explosion is like a mountain fire. When Fang Han was a slave in Longyuan province, he saw the official government use gunpowder to blow up the mountain to open ditches, build water conservancy, and a bucket of gunpowder exploded. The mountains and rocks flew violently, but today I saw this mosquito explosion. The power is actually not under the gunpowder. The huge air and waves will shake the wolf smoke quickly. He never imagined that a small mosquito actually contains such a terrible force. The ancient 7 poisons. Actually is the ancient 7 poisons, blood pool poisonous mosquitoes. Among the 7 gourds, there are actually blood pool poisonous mosquitoes. Jin Shite is displaying the flame of Bai Yan Qi Shu Shen Meng, refining the wolf smoke. In his eyes, Fang Han is not worth mentioning. A true disciple cannot afford to see a foreign disciple. And the master of the magical mystery, the person who looks at the flesh, is indeed looking at the ants. A supernatural power, one can only use. In comparison, it is no wonder that the difference between ants and elephants. However, Cold Fang actually released the poisonous insects. When he saw the golden dragonfly and beauty bee flying over, he was about to exert his mana, grab the 2 poisonous insects, and then erase the wisdom and use it for himself. But did not think that the blood pool poisonous mosquitoes flew out, rushed to within 10 feet of their own body, violently exploded, almost blew themselves to the mana, and fell to the ground. During his busy schedule, his body flew high and quickly. The insects can't fly too high. He has to use height to avoid the poisonous insects. The blood pool poisonous mosquitoes are really a little taboo. The blood pool poisonous mosquito that can explode is really a highly lethal poisonous insect. It can be said that it is a very high achievement of the magical door refining technique. Even if the flying sword is killed, a mosquito hits the explosion, and the sword will also be blown up and even blown up. The thunder is so violent. Now see the power of the blood pool poisonous mosquitoes. This means of mosquito explosion, called blood mine. dedicated to the immortal body of the real body, suffocating, among the 7 gourds, as long as there is 1 male and 1 female blood mosquitoes, feeding with blood, the blood mosquito will be produced continuously. This is the secret method that the demon ***** exchanged with the Blood Shadow Emperor in the thousands of years. Hey, it seems that everything is known. Especially the older generation of the Emperor, Demon God, Immortal Supreme, he is very familiar, it is obviously 1,000 years old antiques. Jin Shite, what other means do you have to show it out? You can't kill me today, and when the Snow Master removes the demon, you are really finished. I will be one of the disciples of the feathers. Fang Han saw Jin Shite flying far away, rising to a very high sky, and not chasing the poisonous insects. He quickly turned the 7 gourds and driven them. The poisonous insects all flew back and went into the gourd one by one. Among them, they inhabit the plat inside the gourd. Poorly chasing, to avoid any problems with the poisonous insects, was taken away. Steady and guardian, and wait for the party to wake up, it is the right way. Golden Master, you let me go, I will tell you clearly with Fang Shamay. At this moment, a faint voice was conveyed from the horizon, and as the sound was an extremely golden light, it was as long as a practice. The white clouds in the sky are torn in half. Hey, the sound has not yet dissipated, and this shining golden light fell to the sand dunes where Fang Han stayed. The speed of golden light is as fast as the sound. The golden light dissipated, but it was a young Taoist wearing a golden coat and a golden eyelid. He looked at Fang Han and Fang Qingshe in the wolf smoke with a pair of unfeeling eyes. In particular, he saw Fang Qingshe wrapped in purple electric scorpion, surrounded by purple electric yin and yang snakes, his face moving, his brows slightly wrinkled. This is a master. It is better than Jinshitai. Don't take it out. He cultivates the spirit of Xuanjingjian, which is like the magical spirit of Tian and Xuanjing. If you don't shoot, you will shoot. Dead. Yan saw Fang Han's eagerness to move, and he quickly warned. You who emanate supernatural powers, purple electric yin knives, by Yan 7 repair months, big self-supplementary Jin Jianqi, Tian and Zan Jing Jin, only true disciples can practice. I am Shalongfeng's true disciple, called Shalongzi. What is your name? The Jingde Dao is not as bad as Jinshitai, and it shows his identity. The outside disciple, Fang Han. Fang Han did not act rashly. You let it go. Shilongzi frowned. I don't know why Shishishong wants to kill Fang Shiji. Could it be that I am not a fairy door? Is it a magical door that kills me? I am a foreigner, but I also know the rules. I feathered the door to teach, the immortality of the immortal, the observation of the autumn, what you do, his old man must be able to calculate. Fang Han Zhuang is a daring. I don't kill Fang Shamay, I just want to ask her for something, and let her turn it over to the elders of the sect. This thing is of great importance. It is the key to the growth and decline of the fairy magic. You are holding the 7 gourds, but it's not my opponent. Even if you collect 7 flying swords and arrange them into 7 killing swords, I can't help you. Shalongzi said slowly, but I am willing to hurt you. Jin Shidi's temper is a little impatient. If you mind, I will send you a flying sword, what will it be like? This is the style of the immortality of the immortality. Unlike the golden stone platform, the magical power of the drug is entered. But the more it is, the more powerful the stone dragon is. He reminded. Everything, wait until the Shui master wakes up and talks. They are all feather disciples, can't they discuss it? Fang Han refused to relax. Kid, you are a foreign disciple, dare to talk like this, want to die. Jin Shite fell from the sky, his face was angry, it seems to be on the spot. Teacher, don't be careful. Shalongzi waved his hand. I really don't want to bully. But, Jin Shite hurried, and there was a hint of coldness in his eyes. Nothing, even if that thing is really in the hands of Fang Shamay, my interest is not very big. The reason why I listen to you is to see another person beside Fang Shamay. The magic gate is in the millennium. Genius, the son of the congenital emperor, the devil is handsome. November LBJNN. Shilongzi suddenly talked between the voices, suddenly increased the sound countless times, shouting into the sky, the sound actually with a touch of gold, straight into the sky, conveyed to the 100 miles away. It should be heavenly, I know that you will appear. As long as Fang Shamay is in danger, you will appear. You still don't appear. Do you think that my big self-supplementary Zan Jinjian can't break Fang Shamay's purple electric power? Infinite sound, constantly conveyed out. For a long time, there was no voice to answer him. In this case, I will start. Shalongzi stepped forward. Shalongzi, you dare to move a finger, you will never be able to rob. At this moment, the sky came up with a cold cry. Chapter 48. Instant Killing Dafa. Chapter 48 Instant Killing November LBJNN. The sound that was conveyed from the sky revealed a decisive smell in the bones. When Fang Han heard the inside of the ear, it was like seeing the demon ***** again. The demon **** is a generation of lords, the demon gate is great, the power is endless, even if it is an avatar, it can seriously hurt Fang Qingshe, the kind of pressure, deep into the bone marrow, so that he always remembers. Now the voice in the sky is so vague that there is a scent of the demon god. It can be seen that in the near future, a generation of masters of the emperor level will be born. Magic handsome, is it that you are also a Tibetan head and tail-tailed generation? Shilongzi stopped, did not take a step forward, but a cold road to the sky. Well, just to hide the 4 words of the head, you have to pay the price of an arm. The voice of the magician sounded again, suddenly above the sky, 20 white Changhong, running north and south, Reichi fell down, flower rain colorful, a man's foot on the white rainbow, step by step in the gas. This man, aged between 20 and 30 years old, is extremely tall and straight, his spine is straight, his hair is made into a turn, he is interspersed with jade, his face is very gentle, his hands are empty, he doesn't have a sword, baby or something, especially a pair. Eyes are empty, and there is tolerance. In the white rainbow, Reichi, the sky is falling slowly, like the immortals landed in the dust, there is no trace of evil, magic, all are fairy. This is the legendary magic handsome. How to look like a fairy. Fang Han heart snarled, but did not want to relax, put all the wolf smoke out to protect themselves and Fang Qingshe. Fang Qingshe was still wrapped in the purple electric shackles, and there was no movement, and he was deaf to the outside. It should be heavenly, this is the thing inside our feathering door. Your hand will not stretch too long. Jin Shite saw the magic handsome so powerful, standing behind the stone dragon, the tone was cloudy. Whoever moves the snow, it is moving me. Even if it is a 9-day fairy, it must be killed. The handsome voice is very light, stone dragon, you must first shoot. After defeating you, find the trouble of this kid behind you. Or you will kneel down and ask for mercy, break your arm, let me go. It's a big breath, tell you the truth, I want to play against you today. It is rumored that you are a rare genius in the millennium, and what I like most is to kill the genius in the hustle and bustle. How happy it is. Shalongzi giggled and suddenly pointed a finger. Kaila, sharp Jingguang Jianqi, direct attack on the body of the devil handsome. This golden light sword, up to several dozen feet, is as wide as a door. Containing deep sharpness, everything can be broken and penetrated. Compared with the purple electric scalpel, there is a kind of swordsman. This is one of the great self-defeating Zan Jinjian, one of the 8 supernatural powers of Yuhuaman. Train your sword and protect your body. You have to be comfortable and travel between heaven and earth. For the happy sword fairy, do not use any implements, feel free, swords, and surpass any flying sword, but also above the flying sword of the treasure level. The devil handsome should see the stone dragon first shot, the sword light tears the air, the electric shot comes, the handle is caught, the 5 fingers are suffocating and the Zan Jinjian gas is straight. He shot very fast, the suffocating between the 5 fingers, white bright and white, as if the white bone melted into airflow, between the airflow rolling, creaking, the bones generally burst. Congenital bones. Stunned, his voice did not fall, and the white bones had already taken the Zan Jin Jianqi. Zan Jin Jianqi constantly shrinks and seems to be charged. Seeing the magic handsome should take care of his own sword, Shalongzi did not laugh and laugh, his face showed a conspiracy smile, between this millennium, his mouth spit out the 8-character mantra, self. In, Yao, instant, kill, big, la. Hey, the Zan Jinjian, who was taken by the white bones, suddenly made a strong shock, accelerated, and suddenly disappeared in the shock, as if it was a teleport. Waiting until the next moment, the Zan Jin Jianqi suddenly appeared in the air behind the head of the heavens, sharp cuts, the speed is fast, the shock is fierce, the heavens and the earth have resonated. Fang Han only felt that the sword was turbulent, the sound waves in the heavens and the earth resonated, and the sand dunes underneath themselves were bumping, as if the earthquake was coming. The airflow between the heavens and the earth fluctuated wildly. When the sword gas resonated, a tornado column appeared and rolled up thousands of tons of yellow sand. Instant killing, actually cultivated the instant killing of the big self-supplementary sword. This sword is the height of the airflow between the spirit and the heavens and the earth. The sword is teleported, killing the gods and ghosts, and tricks. Invincible, to surpass the sound several times, or even dozens of times, 100 times the speed, cut everything. When the fairy magic wore, the feathers of the door did not know how many magical elites were killed with this trick. He once again shocked. Just if he is using the instant killing, your wolf smoke method will be broken. Instant kill. This is a very powerful move. I have to learn in the future. I must learn the hand. Fang Han's heart beats violently, because this sneak shot is too fierce. Even the softest water flow, in the case of extremely fast speeds, can cut steel, not to mention sharp swords. Seeing that the devil is supposed to be killed by the murder of the sorrow, he is under the sword. After all, his hindquarters is flesh. It is impossible to resist the instantaneous killing of swords, but at this most critical juncture, his hindquarters did not know what the hole was in, suddenly soaring up a fist-sized big bone pill, the smack of the smack of the smack, smothered on it, actually fell into it. If the mud cows enter the sea, there is no trace. Bone relic. Shalongzi was shocked. You actually practiced a sneak asterisk, no wonder there is strength in my name, but your sneak has not yet gotten home, only 8 times the sound. If the mana is more powerful, increased to 18 times, then I have some jealousy today. It is rumored that Yu Huaman teaches, and the swordsmanship of the instant killing can reach 3,000 times of the sound. You are far from this level. Ying Baiqing sacrificed the bones and relics. After the sword, the euphemism sighs, it seems a pity. Unfortunately, today I want you an arm, you will not be able to enter in the future. Go. Listening to the devil's euphemism, but hiding the deep murderous words, Shalongzi no longer hesitates. A golden long rainbow, the fountain generally starts at the foot, instantly wraps himself in Jinshitai, breaks away, this hand flies away from the law. It was a decisive decision, and there was no hesitation, showing an incomparable decisiveness. Have you escaped? Between the devil's handsome words, the white bone relics behind the head vacated, turned into a white shadow of the white forest, pulled out the shadows in the sky, a few flashes approached the golden light sword, and made a cruel tearing sound. Shilongzi, Jin Shite screams the sound of sound. The white bones returned to the shadows, and they took 2 arms in their hands, ate them and chewed them, and swallowed them in a blink of an eye. Hey! Seeing such a situation, the devil shook his head slightly and read a word. This white bone turned into a white bone relic and got into his head. Well, let go of the wolf smoke, there is me here, the snow will not go wrong. Besides, you have not cultivated into the mysterious secrets, and many of the 7 gourds can't be used. There is also a lack of flying swords, and the 7 killing swords are not arranged. The devil handsome should be in love with the heavens and the color of the other side of the cold road, but if you guard the snow, you will give you 7 flying swords. Between the words, the magical handsome finger moves, and there are 7 flying swords, are black, are white, blue, purple, gold, the quality is very good. Slow. I am a fairy Taoist school, you are a magical person, water and fire cannot. I want your flying sword, I will succeed in cultivation in the future, naturally there will be no shortage of spirits. Fang Han handles a slap, a tough road, I am cold, I don't want to be a person who doesn't want to be a person, and I don't need your reward. Oh, the devil handsome did not expect a small square cold, actually said such a word, a finger to play, 7 flying sword disappeared, his face was cloudy and uncertain. Speak well, Fang Han, I didn't misread you. At this moment, the purple electric scorpion suddenly burst and Fang Qingshe stood up. Chapter 49, Inside Disciple. Chapter 49 on the Inner Disciples. Although the 7-sword flying sword is very attractive, Fang Han's heart has an instinctive discomfort with the magic shuai. It is also because of his relationship with Fang Qingshe or because he is too strong and born unparalleled. The son of a generation of demons, born with a golden key. Compared with the world, what kind of prince, is much more noble, and it must be smooth sailing. Fang Han was born with low poverty. What he didn't like most was that those who were born with the golden key were high on him, and the taste of alms, he didn't need any charity, so the magician is so powerful, he also dared to top a top. On the other hand, he has figured out Fang Qingshui's character temper. Fang Qingshe is cold and proud, and her heart is very high. She is now her. She should not be willing to accept other people's charity. The more the wind is hard, the more the woman will appreciate it. Sure enough, Fang Han's bet was right. Fang Qingshe stood up. Fang Han saw a high degree of appreciation in her eyes. happy, his face still showed a smile. This smile is unprecedented. Fang Han followed her for so long, has not seen her laugh over. Very good, you are very good. Our family members do not need any charity. Even the devil, the son of the innate emperor, dare to collide. This is my family. Compared to my brother and sister, you have to be much stronger. Thank you for your appreciation. Fang Han collected the wolf smoke and put the hands of the 7 gourds. This treasure is not the same as a small one. There are not even a few disciples. There is no such thing as a gourd, but you are guarding me. I am very appreciative of the wind. You will hold this gourd. With it, you will spend the most difficult flesh and win the position in the feather gate. Swinging hands, officially gave the 7 gourds to the cold. The most difficult period of cultivation is the physical condition. In the stage of the physical body, everything is based on asterisk, cannot fly, cannot volley to kill the enemy, a lot of restraints, often in the external experience is also dangerous. To protect your life, you must have a magical vestment, a flying sword and other bodyguards. Now Fang Han has a 7 gourd, at least in the most difficult period of the physical situation, life is guaranteed. His blood cotton magic clothes, silver snake swords, cannot be exposed. Qingxie, are you still this temper? Even the demon gods dare to do it with him. You know, the demon *******, even my father is jealous of 3 points, if you have a 3 long and 2 short, magic handsome should be gentle with the heavens as the eyes of the water look at Fang Qingxie, the language is soft and gentle, and he talks arbitrarily. He is not angry at all. Even Fang Han can feel that he has a kind of sea and stone, and the patience of the sea. You and I don't owe each other. When we 2 of us met in the Great Beiyang, we encountered a siege of the scorpion, and you and I were forced to exchange ideas. The sorcerer and the sorcerer killed the scorpion. It opened up its mystery. This is a benefit of both. Just after you saved me, but you also know that Shalongzi's instant killing can't break my purple electric body. Even if you don't come, I have the best policy. Fang Qingxie faintly said. You and I are 2 people, 1 fairy road, 1 magic road, the situation is like a fire, now the magic war is revived. It is best not to entangle too much, otherwise the consequences are unimaginable. There is nothing, I don't care about the magical war. The magician shook his head in the sky. I don't want to divide any fairy tales, practice together in this world, and ask for longevity and detachment. What's wrong? Well, see you have nothing, I am so sad, I will leave. Between the words, the devil looked at him with a long sigh. It seemed to be going, but he stopped. He looked at Fang Han, and smiled like a smile. You called Fang Han, I remember you, but you are too weak. The bones are hard, but the strength is weak, the bones are hard, and the disaster is between the day and the night. I am a devil, and no one has ever violated me. Whoever violates me must have a murder. But today I see the face of the snow. I accepted you, and there is no such thing next time. Between the words, he turned into a white rainbow, rising into the sky and disappearing. You, Fang Han eyebrows move, is about to speak, but was stopped by Fang Qingxie. The devil handsome has the dignity of the devil, your strength is too weak, yelling at him, is not a wise choice, he wants to kill you, I can't stop it, wait for you to be strong, and then say what you want to say. Okay, Fang Han licked his lips. You killed Shira and you have already got the assessment of the inner disciples. The identity of the inner disciples is very different. I can punish the outside disciples and kill them. They are the worst, and they suffer the most punishment, but the inner disciples if you kill for no reason, you will be held in Shanqiang for 3 years. Fang Qingxie seems to have become very patient and cold, which is very different from the past. But I killed Shira, there is no evidence. Fang Han hesitated. No problem, I have already stripped a spur of the Shira. This spur is the essence of Shira. The bone spurs fall off, either evolved into a large Ashura. Or it is death. You take this spur to going to the inner courtyard of Yuhuaman and handing it over to the appraisal officer, you can pass the assessment, becoming an inner disciple and just around the corner. Fang Qingxie took out a dark, shiny, 3-footed bone spur, and Fang Han was in his hand, extremely heavy, his hands were held steady, afraid of 100 pounds. When Fang Han and Shira fight, they also saw a spur in the back of the Shira, but Shira's body was full of scales, and it was not unusual to have bone spurs. No vel b in .c ohm. The sister of the sister, are you going back? Fang Han asked. Yes, Jinshitai, Shalongzi was killed by an arm of the devil, and will definitely go back to cry. Ask the elders with high morality in the martial art to give them an arm with a change of the sun and the moon. The father of Jinshitai, it is the elder who has mastered the real power. I am afraid that it will be furious and unfavorable to me. I have to go back and explain to the Supreme Master, and at the same time explain to him the situation of the demon god. Fang Qingshe nodded. The arm is broken, can you still pick it up? Fang Han shuddered. Yes, but it takes a lot of effort, and the arm that is reattached does not conform to the body. It takes a lot of hard work to refining it. It is very difficult to practice. Well, I will take you back to the feather door. Waving, 2 purple electric snakes reappeared, let Fang Han ride up, screaming, slamming, flying away. In a short while, the feathered mountains appeared in front of you, and Fang Han returned to the Yuha gate again. After returning to the Yuha gate, Fang Qingshe took over the magical powers and flew straight toward the feathered Tiangong in the deep center. The Temple of Feathering is a huge palace suspended in the clouds, a city of floating. It is the place where the elders of the feathers are taught and practiced. True disciples cannot be arrogant without being summoned. If you want to go in temporarily, you have to pass the report. Fang Han naturally will not go to the Qing dynasty with Fang Qingshe, but will go straight to the Nei Xian Yuan, assessed by the inner disciples in Yuha City. Chapter 50, Under the Disciples. Chapter 50, Under the Disciples. Nei Xian Yuan is a place where a foreign disciple must go to become an inner disciple. There are hundreds of thousands of foreign disciples in the Feather Gate, but only 3,000 or 5,000 disciples. It can be seen how difficult it is to be transferred from outside. Once it becomes an inner disciple, the welfare is extremely high. Diet, wear, weapons, etc. will all get a qualitative change. In particular, by practicing the exercises, you can get a variety of ways to cultivate the spirit, transforming the powerful flesh and blood into the power of the spirit. This is something that can't be learned in the world. In the secular, there is only the method of physical exercise. Moreover, the cultivators in the secular, even if the flesh is cultivated to the realm of divine change, there are only 5 horses, but in the immortal martial art, because of the qualitative improvement of diet, spirituality, cultivation and practice, the body can have 6 horses, 7 horses, even 10 horses. This is a fairy tale, revealing a mysterious taste everywhere. When Fang Han stepped into the inner fairy garden, he saw that the courtyard was deep, and there was a scent everywhere, mysterious and distant, quiet and ethereal, and no one. With other people in the Shanyuan, people coming and going, hundreds of thousands of foreign disciples talked in groups of 3 and 5, which is very different from each other. Stand up, what are you doing? Don't you know that outside disciples can't just enter the inner fairy hospital? Just as Fang Han left and looked forward, suddenly a voice came. He quickly looked down at the sound and found that he was talking about a tall, eye-catching woman wearing a goose-yellow dress. She did not wear the vestment of the feathered disciple, but her identity was unusual. Oh, I completed the martial art mission and came to the Shanyuan for qualification. Fang Han quickly said, he knows that there are many places in the feather door that cannot be chaotic, otherwise it will bear serious consequences. Well, you completed the martial mission. Can you get the qualifications of the inner disciples? What are the credentials? Huangyi women looked up and down, asked freely. Between the women in the yellow dress, there was a faint anger and self-defeating. Fang Han felt that this woman was not an ordinary person and quickly took out the Shira spurs. The Shira bone spurs weighed 100 pounds and was 3 feet long like a sword. Fang Han originally placed it in the sword sack and carried it on his body. Now, when he pulled it out, the black light shone, and immediately caught the attention of the woman in yellow. Sura's spurs, you actually killed a Shira. The woman in Wangyi saw the spur of the Shira and was taken aback. She took a hand, come and show it to me. Fang Han quickly handed over the Shira bone spurs. The woman in yellow clothes extended her ***** and gently pinched it, as if the chopsticks were playing. It was a chill in the heart. You must know that the thing that weighs 100 pounds is even a master of the realm of change. It is a little difficult to wave with one hand. Where will it be like a woman in yellow clothes, and the ***** are easy to take chopsticks. Her strength is more than double that of me. Fang Hengsen estimated. Repair is powerful. I don't know which tyranny disciple is a sturdy insider. So powerful. Sure enough, it is Shira spur, can't see it, you can actually kill a Shira. Huangyi woman looked up and down again and again, it seems to be to see his strength clearly, a little do not believe he can kill a Shira taste. The face of the woman in the yellow dress, Fang Han calmly and freely, behind him there is a big backing, the snow is not care. Besides, the Shira was indeed killed by him, although he borrowed the power of Yan. Come with me. The woman in Wang Yi looked for a while, took back her eyes, threw the Shira bone spurs to Fang Han, and went straight to the depths of the courtyard. Fang Han quickly followed behind. After 9 bends and 18 bends, rockeries, lakes, pavilions, the winding corridors are suddenly open and cheerful. It is a palace of sorrow, and many disciples stand in the temple. At the same time, in the middle of the hall, there is a white jade table with a length of 10 feet and a width of 3 feet, and several eagles elders sitting behind the table. The inner disciples are different from the foreign disciples. The inner disciples and the elders of the feathers are practicing. The importance of the sects has increased tenfold. The foreign disciples are giving you a few cheats, letting you go to self-study, and learning to learn if you can't learn. The elders of the feathering gates are asking the disciples in the temple one by one. And those disciples, who put their own things one by one, are evidence of the number of insiders. Fang Han saw a few disciples, and actually put a few large flying night forks to the body, and the elders nodded. It is a rare talent to kill the flying yak. This brand is holding you. Go back and prepare to rest for 3 days, then go to the Sky Academy and enter the Devil battlefield. Accept the assessment. Several elders sent a jade card to the disciples who completed the martial mission. This is the certificate that is eligible to participate in the assessment. They actually can kill the flying night fork. Enough, I killed 36 forks in the Bohai Desert, and then barely completed the martial mission. I couldn't touch the fierce demon head of the flying night fork. Quote. Yeah, at least hundreds of foreign disciples have died in the hands of Fei Yang. I saw with my own eyes that Zheng Shidi was chewed and eaten by Feiyusha, and the bitterness of biting off one arm. They are the children of several great ministers of the Daxu dynasty. They have some good implements in their hands, and they have excellent relations with several inner disciples. They are helped by the inner disciples. There is nothing to kill the flying night fork. That's not necessarily, I heard that several disciples of the Dade royal family hooked up the Moshi sisters who were inside the door. Moshiji shouted the 10th of the Shan list and had a silver snake sword. The original brother, to do a big job, but in the ambush of the Red Powder Prince, the whole army was annihilated. The elders in the Feather Temple are alarmed. What? The original sword of the 10th Shan list has suffered a big loss. How is it possible? Believe it or not, I am just getting this news. Fang Han listened to the dialogues of these disciples, and moved in the heart, knowing that Moshiji, the treasure princes of the Dad dynasty, did not die. It is obvious that the original Zhengkong who escaped moved to the rescue. These things, the elders know not. Do you know that it will not involve him? If you are involved in his body, then the 7 flying swords on the body, blood cotton magic clothes, these things are not good. Ah, Dragon Sister. November LBJNN. Dragon Sister. Long Sister is good. At this moment, a large number of disciples saw the woman in yellow clothes in front of Fang Han, and asked for peace. Everywhere, there was a kind of dedication, and the attitude of the knot, which was exactly the same as that of the emperor's minister. The situation of officials everywhere was exactly the same. Who is she? Fang Han also felt that the identity of the woman in Huang Yi is very extraordinary. The women in Wang Yi did not pay attention to the disciples of these disciples, but they slowly went to the elders and said something. What? Actually, a disciple can kill Shira. An elder was shocked, almost stood up, and looked at Fang Han. You call Fang Han, take the Shira spurs out and let us see. Chapter 51. Divine Change. Chapter 51. God Changes. After killing a Shira, these people are so surprised. If I take out the body of the Prince of Red Powder, I don't know what it would be like to be shocked. I saw the gaze around me gathered on myself. Among them, I was surprised, I couldn't believe it, I was shocked. Fang Hengsen still flashed a glimmer of praise, and tasted a sense of accomplishment that became the focus of attention. However, he knows that it is impossible to take out the body of the Prince of Red Powder. Maybe it will be possible later, but not now. Although the body of the Red Powder Prince can be exchanged for a yin and yang, the temptation of this remedy is far less important than its own life. So he took out the Shira spurs in a quiet manner and put them up on the big table. They didn't talk, they didn't float, they didn't move, giving people a deep feeling of the city. Sure enough, it is the spur of the Shira. It is the essence of Shira's scales. If you sing it a little, you can practice it as a sword. It is rare, but if you bring all the corpse of Shira back, it would be fine. Holding the spurs of Shira, several elders looked at Fang Han. It seems that some do not believe it, but the Shira spurs are true. They can only admit that he has the qualifications for the internal disciples. Whether this Shira spur is yours, or you kill it with the help of others, you have contributed the bone spurs. It is a great credit. Hold this jade card, rest for 3 days, then go to the sky courtyard to enter the demon. The battlefield, accepting the assessment, passing the assessment as the inner disciple, and entering the room. Also, the martial art has already set the rules. If a disciple can kill Shira, reward 1 yuan, 1 of the gudan. Between an elder, he gave 2 small bottles and a jade card to Fang Han, and then waved his hand to let Fang Han go down. Thank you for the Dragon Master to lead the way. Fang Han took over the things and thanked the woman in the yellow dress next to him. Thank you for not using it. The assessment of the inner disciples is different from that of the outside disciples. Every year, there are tens of thousands of disciples who have been assessed, but only a few hundred people can pass the assessment. But you can kill Shira, and you must pass the inside. The door assessment is not difficult. It is very likely that the mountain river will be on the list in the coming days. At that time, we may still be competitors. I will always pay attention to you. The woman in yellow clothes smiled slightly. Fang Han saw no more words, sang a promise and retired. Through the information just now, he has already guessed it. The woman in the yellow dress is probably a very high-ranking inner door disciple, and even more than a master on the mountain river list. And definitely ranked above the silver snake sword, original sword. Because the original sword is the last one in the Shan list. In the Wo Xian Yuan, Fang Han returned to his own small courtyard and felt peaceful and peaceful. After receiving the quota for the inner disciples, he had 3 days to adjust his body and mind, and then went to the Sky Court to enter. The demon battlefield accepts a cruel assessment. The assessment of the inner disciples is 10 times more difficult than the assessment of the foreign disciples. 10 times more dangerous. Rest for a while, put yourself to fight the sand, kill the red powder prince, to the underground world to kill the blood wolf, blood bear, blood bat night fork, Shira and other demons experience all recalled, to understand the gains and losses. Correct your mistakes. I remembered the afternoon. Until the evening, Fang Han felt that he was full of energy, and he was full of confidence and benefited from it. He opened the Worlds, and looked for an introduction to the Devil's Battlefield. The Worlds is an introductory encyclopedia. There is no specific practice method, but it is very useful. Let the disciples know the astronomical geography, the martial arts rules, and the natural introduction is detailed and clear. The Devil's Battlefield is the door of the Yuhuaman. It opens a passage with the supernatural powers and connects with the sky outside the field. In the battlefield of the demon, there are many invisible devils, extremely dangerous. If there is great wisdom, great perseverance, great achievement, disciple enter the battlefield of the devil, and overcome the temptation of the devil, you can enter the room and become a disciple. It turns out that, the demon battlefield, it turned out to be such a place. Between the universe, there are heavens, earth, people, 3 demons. The demons, I have seen, the demon I have not seen, the rumor, the demon there is no real form, it is a glimpse of the air, a thought. Bewildered practitioners, only the level of the deepest demon, will practice the formation, the devil. Devil. Fang Han secretly thought about it. The demon and the devil are different. The general demon is a thought, and the higher the demon, it is just a glimpse of the air, and it is also the first-class ghost and ghost. Only the kind of high demon will be condensed with powerful magic. Come true, incarnate the devil. The demon in the demon, like the great Ashura in the demons, is the master of the mysterious mystery of the fairy. The demon in the demon in the demons, that is the master of the longevity. The devil's battlefield is a place to test the disciple's heart. Most of them are invisible demons. It is impossible to have the devil's level. But even if the invisible demon enter the human brain at any time, invade the human mind, occupy the human body, it is also very horrible. The disciples of the assessment only rely on their strong perseverance spirit to kill the invaders. The devil is good, the devil is wonderful. He suddenly cried. The devil is the best material for refining medicinal herbs. I don't want to be possessed by the devil, make people inhuman, ghosts, and hundreds of thousands of foreign disciples, all of them are elites. They are born much better than me, but there are only 3,000 or 5,000 people. Being able to become a disciple of the inner door, it can be seen that the difficulty of assessment is great, and one can choose 1 in 1,000 miles. In the battlefield of the devil, there must be attention at all times. I can't use your power, but I can only rely on my own means. Practice some. Fang Han he joined the Worlds, and began to figure out how to cultivate After thinking for a moment, his hand swayed, and several walnut-sized, blood dan, appeared on his own hands, pinched a blood dan, put it in his mouth, chewed it twice and swallowed it. Suddenly, there was a hot air in the stomach, which was scattered on all sides, filled with bones, and rose to the brain. It suddenly seemed to be melting. Good powerful medicine. Fang Han shook his head, a little drunk, but very comfortable, feeling floating in the clouds. Of course, the blood dan's potency can be much stronger than the Jing Yuan Dan that was just sent to you. Even if it is Jing Yuan Dan, I am sure that it is also a popular item in the feather door. Oh, the food of the feather door is exquisite, but at most it is only possible to raise the body to the point of the strength of 6 or 7 horses. It is still far from reaching the mysterious secret. Only by relying on various medicinal herbs can we continuously improve our physical fitness. If we want to run fast, we must give the horse eat well. This is a universal truth. I saw Fang Han swallowing the blood dan of his refining, and he was very proud of saying, "Hurry up and practice, and take medicine without precipitating it." Fang Hanyi listened, and quickly transported the Yuanshan spiritual skills, while his body, constantly moving, played a boxing method. His current state, like drunkenness and intoxication, seems to be awake, in a strange spiritual level, like a drunken fist, no fear in his heart, no sorrow, is the best state of cultivation. November LBJNN. Collapse and collapse. Under the constant use of the flesh, fierce and tidal blood, constantly rushing to the brain. An hour has passed, and 2 hours have passed. Fang Han constantly exercises the body, tempers the spirit, and rests for a while after being tired. After waiting for the spirit, continue to practice again. I completely forgot the passage of time. Under such high-intensity cultivation, his mind is becoming more and more clear, and his own brain is becoming more and more clear. Hula! Suddenly Fang Han stepped out, slammed the palms, and the windows on the 4 sides were stunned by the wind, and the palms were fierce and the waves were raging. Bang! The blood rose sharply, and the cold side of the face was red, feeling a mysterious part of his brain. God changed to a hole. This is a god. Fang Hanyi felt the mysterious part of his brain, and the whole body was shocked. He knew that he finally stepped into the last layer of the physical body, the realm of divine change. In the brain, there is a point called the gods. It is the key part to control the rise and fall of the whole body height and weight. If someone cultivates into the realm of death change, you can control this death change, and slowly change your body shape and height. Then step by step and become stronger, change the flesh in the most perfect direction. The gods are equivalent to the pineal gland and the pituitary gland. God changes. This change word is like this. Chapter 52, Today. Chapter 52 Today is fierce. This is the realm of divine change, but how much does my strength increase? In the midst of it, Fang Han felt the death in his mind, knowing that he has stepped into the last realm of the flesh, and that he has changed. One step further is the magical mystery, transcending the mortal, truly entering the fairy tales, and at the same time the status is greatly improved, becoming a true disciple. Such an identity goes to the secular, and the emperor who led the billions of people has to be polite. Snapped, 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 snapped. Feel free to move the arm 5 times, the airflow of the strip is cut by the power of the arm, and Fang Han feels that his strength has increased slightly. However, it has not increased significantly. In the 5 horses and 6 horses, it has increased by about half a horse. This is contrary to the realm of divine change. After cultivating to the realm of divine change, no matter who it is, the power will advance by leaps and bounds. In his state, it will definitely not only enhance the power of half horse. There is a doubt in Fang Han's heart. The realm of divine change is just a sudden comprehension. To strengthen the strength, you need a lot of food, and the medicine is to be nourished. After the realm of change, the appetite of the people will widen and the digestive power will increase to an incredible level. Eat one day. 1 or 2 cows are not difficult. Are you feeling hungry now? Yan, this dragon is a dragon, and Gerger laughs. Because between his words, Fang Han's stomach suddenly screamed, oh, as if he was screaming. Oh, I feel very hungry and hungry, go to the Jade Dining Hall to eat, I feel that I can really eat the next cow. Fang Han never felt so hungry, now doubt even if it is a living elephant is in front of him, and he can devour it. What is delicious in the food of the Jade Dining Hall, although it is cooked in the 5-scented pot, but where is the food of hundreds of thousands of people, what kind of medicine is used? From now on, you must take blood every meal. Dan, or it is the Gu Dan, Jing Yuan Dan. These medicinal herbs will not have any dregs. They can also supplement the blood in your body and quickly improve your strength. Hey, in the secular, a dynasty billions people, how many gods become masters? Thousands, but none of them can enter the mysterious secrets. The power of the 5 horses is already the limit. Why? It is not enough to eat. Think of an ordinary asterisk to become a master day eat a cow. That beef asterisk is too much, he can't pull it. How to practice? The disciple of Yuhuaman, there are many masters of the realm of change, but there are several people stepping into the mysterious secrets. A kind of spiritual achievements, it lies in what he eats. The herbivore is good and stupid, the carnivores are brave and embarrassed, the food eaters are smart and clever, the gas eaters are sacred and life-stricken. Have you not heard of it? The flesh is eating meat, and the gods are eating food, long-lived food. The sinister gods live and die. Fang Han's words chewed Yan, and it is indeed a famous saying. So he took out a blood Dan, and ate it. When he entered the feeding, he immediately digested it. Without any impurities, it rolled into the limbs, and suddenly the hunger was eliminated. The power seemed to increase by a few more points. The feathering door is really stingy. If you kill a Shira, you will be rewarded with a fine Yuan Dan, a Gu Dan, only enough for 2 or 3 days. And Ju Jin Jin Dan changes your physique, your food intake. It is much larger than the average person. Later, cultivation became a mysterious mystery, and the mana is more powerful than the average master. The more medicinal herbs are eaten, it may have passed the assessment and become a disciple of the inner door. I will reward it again. The 3-day period is just enough to eat. Right, I have no feelings about this cultivation. How long has it gone? 1 day 1 night. That's fine, there are still 2 days. I eat more blood Dan, enhance the strength of the bones, familiar with the realm of change, and pass the assessment to gain a more grasp. After becoming a disciple, the identity is completely different. The true disciple does not dare just kill it. There is a lot of protection for your life. Fang Han knows that his life is actually very dangerous. For example, Jin Shite wants to kill himself and secretly kill himself. There will be no big deal, but after he becomes a disciple, he has a lot of scruples. There is still 2 days. When you are hungry, you will eat the blood Dan who has been condensed by Shira's blood. I promise you a lot of strength. Yan took out a sea bowl size, red light Dan medicine. The blood Dan of the Shira blood is very different, and the quality is also greatly improved. Just as Fang Han worked hard to cultivate, eat blood Dan, and enhance his strength, Yuhuaman was the core, the most sublime, and the high-pitched, Yuha temple, also ushered in a storm. Father, you have to be the child, the baby is cleared by the snow, and the arm is broken. The same as the stone dragon brother. Jin Shite cried, kneeling on the ground, full of cheating color, biting his teeth. His arm, now has lived in the blood, but the wound is white bones, the muscles are protruding, shocking. In front of him, standing on a veteran road, wearing a pure purple robe, wearing a Leiyang crown, the eyes are like electricity, the whole body is vaguely about the bi-flame, purple flame, white flame, etc. Illusion, it is impossible to look at it. It shows a very brilliant Taoist accomplishment. His face is similar to that of Jinshitai. It is the father of Jinshitai, the great elder of the Yuhuaman, Liangzi Jinri Lai. This level of elders can be different from those of the elders who presided over the assessment in Yuha City. The elders of the examiners are only the lowest elders, and they are not as good as the true disciples. The disciples outside the inner door called these elders called half-elders. The Liangzi Jin really is different, and his status is still above the true disciple. He is the elite of Yuhuaman. Core power. The magical powers of the people. Hey, what is the repair of Fang Qingshe? The 3rd layer of the Yuan dynasty is only a dilemma. If you refine your qi, I will not know. Shilangzi has already become a sneak asterisk, and the elders are not his opponents. Fang Qingshe no, he can't help him. Also, your broken arm, the magic of the above, is clearly the shadow of the congenital demon sacred relics, although Fang Qingshe learned some magical means, but it is impossible to cultivate into a bone relic or you provoke the devil handsome. November LBJNN. Fang Qingshe and the little devil's head hooked into a traitor. This is something that everyone knows. Father, you have to be the child. Being the master is a matter of course, but your arm has to be changed, ordinary people can't. I can only kill the demon in the demon, or the big Ashura arm in the demons, and then ask Danyangzi for a dry I am going to change my bones and come to you. These children are not in a hurry, we must first punish Fang Qingshe, let the elders of the sentence be the master. Also break her arm, Jin Shite's way. You come with me, Kim Il-jung's big sleeves glimpsed, go to the paradise. Chapter 53, Sentence Platform. Chapter 53 Heavenly Sentence. The Tiantai is the place where Yuhuaman masters the real power of killing, and can even decide the life and death of the true disciple. As the elders who master the heavenly platform, the power is extremely high, and the magical powers are also too high. The mana is like the water of the four seas. Kim Il-jung took his son, Jin Shite, and walked toward the heavenly punishment platform. Through the terraces and pavilions, the Wyu building finally came to a very high hall. The main hall stands, and there are 3,600 jade steps below. You must step into the hall to get to the main hall. Especially on the sides of the white jade steps, there are countless knives, axes, hooks, ropes, swords, guns, painting symbols, spears, giant hammers, iron locks, chains, mace, crescent shovel, and thousands of weapons. Every weapon is very large, 10 times larger than the average weapon. At first glance, it seems to have come to the world where the giants live. But then, when you look at it, it gives you a feeling of being solemn, and murderous. This is the place where the Tianjintai is located. The entire Yuha temple is a huge city of the sky. It is deep into the depths of the clouds. No one knows how big it is, how deep it is, how mysterious it is. No one knows why such a big city pool will be suspended in the air. What forces make it float? Although the Yuha temple is so vast and mysterious, the heavenly punishment is the most murderous place in the entire Yuha temple, and the most solemn place. When I came to this place, even if I had such a personality as Jin Shitai, I couldn't help but feel a bit stunned. It seems that a chill has risen from the bottom of my heart. Since he was not jealous, this day since the opening of the door of the Yuha gate, he did not know how many mana slashed and ran across the world of the world. It's really a matter of acting on behalf of the heavens, and karma is uncomfortable. Jin really, the old way, also sorted out the dress, step by step on the steps of 3,600 jade. These jade steps are spotted everywhere, and the blood is infiltrated into the jade. It seems to be killing some kind of power, and the blood is left behind. Mark of. With his cultivation, he can fly completely, but he is afraid to fly on the stage. This is the rule set by the Feathering Gate, and the elders are no exception. After stepping up the steps step by step, I saw a magnificent square in front of the Temple of Heaven. On the square, there is a Xingtai that is 9 feet wide, 9 feet wide, 9 feet long, and square, but it is not jade. The color seems to be the most common rock. In the simplicity, with the breath of ancient vicissitudes. No one knows what the stone is made from. This is the real prototype of the Tianjintai, that is rebellious, stifling the demon god, and really telling the disciples to kill and kill. Blood stained the stairs, weapons are everywhere. Wei A. Dian, the vast square, ancient stone platform, it constitutes a peerless picture of the land of the immortals. Jin Shite was taken aback and looked forward. It was not because of the punishment of the platform, but that his eyes were standing on the square, and the thorns in the flesh, Fang Qingshe of the purple electric peak. In addition, there is actually a Xingyi Taoist who was like a crescent moon. Heavenly brother, it turned out that the Xingyi Taoist was the first true disciple of the group of people who had rescued Mo Shiji and the former Jiangkong. Hue Shendu was also the master of Tianji to Yangsuo. The elders of the sentence, the group of disciples I rescued, a foreign disciple named Lu Kong died, and all the other disciples have already expelled the poison of the 6 desires, but all the flying swords on them have been lost. Even the silver snake swords have been lost. Even my chickens and the sun are gone, it seems to have been destroyed. This is not a trivial matter. I came to report to the elders, the first is how to punish this group. The disciple who lost the flying sword and the treasure. The second is to thoroughly investigate the matter and see the flying sword, who is in the hands of the treasure. Wat Tiandu did not pay attention to the Jinshitai, but to the word of the Temple of Heavenly Penalty. In the depths of the temple, there was a lazy voice, is lost the flying sword? Is it lost to the Yangsuo? This group of disciples will not live up to expectations. This matter will be handed over to you for a thorough investigation. It is necessary to recover the magic weapon of this door. Phagian, although the door is big, but it can't afford such a loss. In addition, the disciples are punished and closed to Shanxiang for 3 months. At the same time, they stop all their supply of medicinal herbs and let them go. Eat the rough food cooked in the 5 gas pots. Anyway, they can even lose the flying sword, and do not count on the supernatural powers. Okay, the disciple knows. The disciple will thoroughly investigate the matter. Huatian nodded. But the original sword is the 10th of the Shan list. The outstanding disciple is the most hopeful to step into the mysterious secret and stop his Dan. Medicine, is it a feat for the elders? Hey, if you have a fault, you will be punished. Otherwise, you don't have to ask for your grievances. Go, you are a steady disciple. I am the first true disciple of my feathering door. I will give you the power to investigate thoroughly. The power to kill and decide is also natural. To you, this is a sacred torture order. With this order, you can ask any true disciple, including the elders, to cooperate with your actions. That is to the time, it takes a lot of effort to refine the system, and it must not fall into the hands of the people. Also, let other fairy sects say that I lost the treasure in the feathering door, and there is not even one. The lazy voice became quicker. Then, an arrow-like thing flew out of the temple of heaven and fell into the hands of Hua Tiandu. Also, I recently heard that some foreign disciples are getting more and more restless, and you have to rectify the atmosphere. I don't want to kill the day after tomorrow. Hua Tianjin caught it and showed a hint of joy on his face. Then he turned around and saw Jin Shite and Jin Rilly. He shook his head and did not speak, but the other party cleared the snow. The rumored Fang Shimei, there is one is called Fang Han. He has a magic door to the treasure. It was given to him by Fang Shimei. He also fought with an inner disciple and collected his spirit sword. And this time he and the brothers and sisters died. It's a big relationship. Since the elders of the sentence have given me the power to kill and kill, I have to move a person who is a teacher and a sister. Here, I told Fang Shimei that I would not be able to get it. Hua Tiandu has been thinking about it. He considered the problem and the details were extremely comprehensive. Everything is taken care of in the overall situation, and the speech is also very graceful, and there is even a slap in the face. Hey! Fang Qingshui's eyes looked at Jin Shitai and Jin Lieri and did not listen carefully to Huatiandu's words. It was just a cold look. Nothing wrong, the magic weapon of Fang Han's body is given by me. It is called the Seven Gourd. I took it from Wang Molin, the little demon head of the Sirius. Fang Han is a person of my family. I appreciate him very much. What is a flying sword? The devil is going to give him 7 flights. The sword was rejected by his words. Chinese brother, you have to investigate, but if there is something long and short in Fang Han, I will never give up, I will go to the head, I have to be fair. That's good, I have always been fair. Otherwise the elders will not hand over the punishment to me. Fang Shimei is so self-sufficient. Hua Tiandu's voice became meaningful, turned and stepped down the steps, drifting away, very demeanor. Elders of the sentence, you have to be the master of me. Seeing that Hua Tian has left, Jin Shite slammed through, squatting on the ground, looking at Fang Qingshe with a look of disgust. I already know about the broken arm. Fang Qingshe just told me that it is a stone dragon who wants to compare with Ying Tianqing. The skill is not as good as people. But the little devil is handsome and you are the arm of Shilongzi. I will break his arm sooner or later, lest others say that my feathering door is afraid of his congenital demon. This matter has nothing to do with Fang Qingshe. On the contrary, Fang Qingshe is at the bottom of the demon ***** altar, and the demon gods have a slap in the face, and they have been greatly honed. Breakthrough, I have contributed a lot to my feathering door, and I have won the glory for my feathering door. I have already passed the book to the head, let her enter the cultivation of Shaoshanji, and break through the realm of heaven and man, then I will add a magical power to the feathering door. 5-fold, the master of heaven and earth, can refine the spirits and magic weapons. The elders of the sentence did not pay attention to the cry of Jin Shite. What? She is going to break through the heavens and the humans. Jin Shite stunned, his face showed an incredible look, and even Jin really also frowned. The mysterious secret is the 5th most important. The heaven and the humanity are different. You can use the magical power to arrange a large array to communicate with the heavens. Powerful, more able to really begin to sacrifice a variety of high-level spirits, and even treasures. Moreover, Shouyuan has increased dramatically and has a lifespan of 800 years. The magical mystery is tenfold. First, the rule of law. The second weight, the real thing. The third weight, the Yuan dilemma, also known as the ambiguous situation. The fourth weight, yin and yang. The fifth weight, heaven and man. The sixth weight, return to the world. You can cultivate many kinds of supernatural powers, not afraid of all kinds of mana conflicts. The 7th weight, Shintong Seed Da Jindan. Combine countless magical powers into one golden dragon seed. The 8th weight, the fire and the robbery. The 9th weight, the law of heaven and earth. The 10th weight, change the life against the sky. The magical mystery is tenfold. One layer is harder to cultivate than one layer. Every time you enter a layer, you have to go through countless disasters, countless luck, countless wisdom and perseverance. Even if it is a true disciple, there are very few who can cultivate to the 5th heaven. Once you reach the heavens and humans, you can make a great contribution to the martial art and enhance the strength of the martial art. Therefore, the martial art attaches great importance. Hey, heavenly punishment, you have to consider everything to be done. This woman and the emperor's son hooked up. If she is allowed to enter my feathering door to practice the holy land of the fairyland, in case of an accident, how do you bear it? Jin really suddenly shouted. A certain thing, don't let others gesticulate. Jin really, your child is useless. You have tried hard to ask him for a yin and yang, and he has eaten it. Now it is delayed and there is no progress. Do you think that, can he let him down, a promising true disciple? The voice of the elders of the day's sentence became lazy again, and the speech was very rude. His repair was unfathomable. It is the most terrifying of the elders of the feathers. Hey, this matter, I have to personally report to the head, Painful Chen, and the head is fixed. I am too lazy to be here with you. Jin really pulled up the Jinshitai. Please. The elders of the sentence also did not retain. Lazy spit out 2 words, watching Jin really leave. Clear snow, starting today, you will go to Shaoshanji. Don't think about anything, just try to break through the realm. In the Wo Xian Yuan, 3 days passed by, and this morning, Fang Han was awake from his sleep, a little stretched, and the whole body was screaming, 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 making people the voice of trepidation. The fascia is shaking, the bones are thundering, the skin muscles are tearing, the whole body is up and down, and there is a strong vitality everywhere. As soon as he stood up, his body was actually half a head higher than the original. November LBJNN. In 3 days, I grew up so much. Grab a hand, the hard wooden bed, like a tofu, was caught a large piece of wood down, picked up a magnetic teacup, gently pinched, the cup immediately shattered, and then he pinched into a magnetic powder falling down the ground. Great power. I feel that I have at least the power of horses. Go to the battlefield of heaven, and see how powerful the devil is. Chapter 54, Fiancé. Chapter 54 Fellow. Go to the demon battlefield, catch the demon. I use the water method to make alchemy. You can transform the demon into a blue dragon. This is a bigger supplement than the blood dan, enhance the spirit of the spirit. Under the heavens, only Wangquan Shengshui has this function. Other martial art, arrested the demon, burned with real fire in the Dan furnace, but the devil is most afraid of real fire. There is no burning, not a very powerful master of alchemy cannot use the devil into a Dan. Yan seems very excited about going to the battlefield. Water law alchemy? Fang Han questioned. Yes, Wangquan River is a huge Dan furnace. When Wangquan Emperor used the supreme power to seal the Yellow River in the bottom of the river, half of it was also the singular effect of the river. The Wangquanman alchemy was called Taobao. This Wangquan River, there are still a few names, forget the water, soup. The water law alchemy is really rare. It seems that I will not lack food in the future. It is much better to eat and drink than to be a disciple. After cultivating to the physical state of the body needs a huge amount of nutrients, and eating food is not enough. At this time, it is necessary to treat the medicinal herbs with a lot of vitality. Fortunately, Fang Han killed hundreds of Yasha in the underground world, and made more than 50 blood danes from the Shu, through Wangquan Shengshui, enough to eat for 2 or 3 months. The blood dan of Wangquanman and the Jingyuan dan and Tianggu Shendan of Yuhuaman are the crystallization of the essence of vitality, but the blood dan is the essence of the yaksha, and the fine yuan dan is a lot of grass and wood essence, lingxi, and the light spirit above the sky, the vitality of the thunder, the exercise in the dan furnace for a long time, to get the impurities to get. Yan, refining blood dan is very convenient, because the Wangquan River in Wangquan is the best dan furnace. It uses the method of washing to make alchemy, but it is not a real fire exercise. One water method alchemy, one fire method alchemy, each has a mysterious. However, the refining of the devil into a medicinal herb, the water method of alchemy, the best effect. That's good, let's go. Fang Han walked out of the Wo Xian Yuan, and went straight to the Sky House. The Sky House was the place where the inner door was accessed and reached the battlefield of the devil. Sky House is in the depths of Yuha City, covered with a layer of mist. The morning sun shines from the sky, and the mist is reflected into many rainbows. It is even more beautiful, but Fang Han does not appreciate these. The mood of the beautiful scenery directly took out the jade card that qualified for the examination and entered the Sky Academy. At this time, there are also 3s and 3s, and the foreigner disciples who have obtained the qualifications for examination have come over with the jade card. Obviously, they all have to enter the devil battlefield and the demon battle to test the heart. These foreign disciples, all of them are very powerful, full of energy, agile, not a leisurely generation, able to complete the martial mission, get the disciples of the assessment quota, which one is a leisurely generation. But now Fang Han looks at it at a glance, these people are relatively weak. Because his own power is too strong, the power of close to 10 horses is hidden in the bones, internal organs, and skin of the body. This is almost close to the power of Shira. Where can I still see these people? I heard that the battlefield of the devil is not in this world, but in the sky, is it true? Then we are not going to the sky. Is there still a fake? I asked some of the inner disciples who participated in the assessment. It is indeed outside the sky. The scenery there is beautiful, it is an unprecedented spectacle, but it is also very dangerous. Last year, 10,000 foreign disciples took part in the assessment. 3,000 died, and thousands of people became mad, insane, and thousands were rescued. Only 200 or 300 people passed. I don't know if there will be more people passing this year. I will become a disciple of the inner door. Every 5 days, I can issue a fine Yuan Ling Dan, Pai Gudan. It is a superior medicine that enhances cultivation. When it comes to eating. Quote. Jing Yuan Dan, I saw it at a princely party. A prince is regarded as an heirloom. The lingo passed down from generation to generation. I heard that ordinary people can smell the power and increase the power. Isn't the inner disciple used to eat rice, is it better than the emperor? Listening to these arguments, Fang Han secretly looked at the disciples of these assessments and found that no one is comparable to his own strength. Of course, there are several, very deep and unpredictable, but Fang Han knows intuitively that they should not. It is your opponent. I don't know if the Hongyi County Lord got the qualification for the assessment. According to the truth, she got the real blue sword and secretly killed the Yaksha. It is not difficult, right? After I became a disciple, I went to find the crane fairy, and also divided it. It has a few medicinal herbs to eat, and she may practice to a very high level. No-vel-b in .c ohm. Well, is that, just between Fang Han's shots, suddenly a group of people caught his eye. One of them is actually a woman. She is tall and tall. Although she is wearing a vestment, she is exquisite and beautiful, with beautiful curves, boots, swords, and heroic spirits. She is a temperamental, strong-skinned, handsome-looking, heroic man who speaks, to between people talking, the look is quite relatives. The rest of the men and women are also different in temperament from ordinary people, strong self-confidence, and solid pace. They are still above the men and women of the Golden Prince. But it's not them who are surprised by the cold, but the woman who is the boots and the sword, not the others, it's the Miss Fang Jia, Fang Qingwei. Fang Han, actually it is you, Miss Fang Er. Fang Qingwei has a sharp eye, sensitivity, and is also very high. I found someone looking at me and quickly looked over and saw Fang Han immediately. First, I screamed and then shouted. Although Fang Han is now taller and taller, his temperament is completely different, but the face is unchanged. Fang Qingwei, who is a master, is recognized. She just doesn't believe it. Fang Han stayed in the footsteps, did not speak, but the eyes looked at the past, and more, let the second Miss Fang Qingwei see clearly. You come over. Confirmation is Fang Han. Fang Qingwei recruited and waved, indicating that Fang Han passed, casually said, I heard that your slave has been appreciated by my sister, let you become a foreign disciple, I can't think you can get it. The assessment of the inner disciple, what benefits did my sister give you? But you are on the purple electric peak, the villain is motivated, beaten several general managers, the behavior is bad, my sister is willing to clean up, she does not understand the things in the secular, let you I lied. I am not so deceived. Come over and kneel down, I have to say a few words to you. Qingwei, who is he? I heard Fang Qingwei talking like this, and the man who spoke to her relatives asked. A slave in my family. Fang Qingwei said casually. Qing Shui Shiji has promised me to let you marry me. From then on, I am your fiancé. This point, Qing Wei, you have to understand. Fang Han suddenly stood still and stunned. Bold, you are arrogant. The man's eyes flashed a murder. The voice has not fallen. Bang, Fang Hanshuo's big iron fist, tearing the air, making a blast, went straight to his head. Chapter 55. The battle has started. Chapter 55. Battle has started. Fang Han is urging the iron fist with the power of nearly 10 horses. What kind of violent and fierce? Moreover, his footwork mysteriously has almost the effect of shrinking the ground into inches. It can be hit in dozens of steps, even though it is far less than the instant killing, but it can also be said to be a limit of the physical state. Hey, the young man of Fang Qingwei's relatives also sensed the killing machine, the powerful force, without thinking, and pulling his hand toward the waist. A sharp sword was pulled out halfway. But it was pulled out halfway. Fang Han Tiaquan had already appeared, hitting his arm directly, slamming, breaking his arm and breaking his bones, and then making a progress. The young man flew up. Far away, I vomited blood with a big mouth. How? Damn, kill him. Several of the young companions saw something, and quickly helped him up, urging the magical instrument to heal the wound, and the bones of the bones. The rest of the people took out the sword in their hands and forced them to come. Fang Qingwei's face was cold, and he also took out the sword in his hand. Ha ha, ha ha, ha ha. Fang Han saw this scene, a long laugh, full of temperament, body movement, suddenly unbelievable, a move, night battles, even at the same time several people at the same time hit it. Suddenly, the people present felt that there was a flower in front of them, and the iron fist of Fang Han, such as the rock that smashed the sky, smashed down. Everyone feels that they are facing Fang Han alone, and each one has an isolated and helpless taste. Hey, hey, between a breath, everyone took a cold, and they were shaken back a few steps to stabilize their body shape. They were shocked and swelled, pale, and almost vomited. Fang Qingwei also took a shot from Fang Han, and the swords all swayed and flew away, and the face was stunned. Your martial arts are so high, how could it be? One attack hit everyone felt isolated and helpless. This hand shows that Fang Han is far above these disciples in terms of physical strength, speed and explosive power. On the same day in the desert, the Evil Moon Prince appeared, and the Evil Moon Scimitar in his hand waved and cut the square. Although Fang Han was surrounded by Lu Kong, the owner of Hongyi County, and the royal family of the Dade dynasty, he was still in danger. It is also the reason why the Evil Prince is too fast. Now the power of Fang Han is more than that of the Evil Moon Prince. Although it is not as strong as Shira, these disciples are outstanding figures in completing the martial missions, but the power is the power of 4 or 5 horses. How is it, his opponent? Only the true inner disciples who have been practicing for many years, the masters on the inner door in the river list can compete with him physically. Between the tricks, the audience was shocked. What, is there anyone else to do? The cold eyes swept the audience, no matter who touched his fierce eyes, they dared not look at each other. There is no difference in prestige. Those pale disciples did not dare to utter madness. They are all people who know the goods. They have already seen it. Fang Han's combat power is comparable to that of the Shan list. Fang Qingwei lived in the mouth. She originally thought that Fang Han had been appreciative of Fang Qingxie, and taught some rough martial arts to him, but did not expect the other's martial arts to be more powerful than themselves. And it is 10 times more powerful. Fang Qingwei is also a master himself. After practicing at Fangjia every day, after entering the Yuha Gate, it is even more like a duck. With the qualification of her sister, many of the emperors, county owners, county kings, princes, the young talents are holding this gift, and the gift of the elixir is clear, and the strength is progressing very fast. Even some of the powerful disciples in the inner door have come to please her, trying to pull up the relationship with Fang Qingxie, and there are absolutely many medicinal herbs. This also cultivated her temperament than the sky, and she was bent on becoming a true disciple like her sister. The man who had just kissed her was the one who had given her a tiger shark liner that had been on fire for 600 years. In addition, the man's identity is somewhat special, she can make her happy, and do things for her. She is also happy to make a fuss, to make the other party play around and to die. November LBJNN. I am the owner of the island of the South China Sea, not the Night Island, dare to ask the man of the brothers and sisters. Give me a punch today, and there will be a thick report in the coming day. The young man who was hurt by Fang Han, faintly awake, looked at Fang Han, and suddenly began to speak. He spoke a lot more carefully, but in the tone of a gas of grievances, overwhelming, the water of the 4 seas, it is difficult to wash. Don't sleep in the island. I haven't heard of it. I thought it was the Wangguixian island of the 10 gates of Shandao. Fang Han was slightly sun-dried. Who am I, have you heard it? I am Fang Qingwei for the time being. Fellow, as for your revenge in the future, it depends on what you have. Between the talks, Fang Han teased Fang Qingwei. Go to the battlefield of the demon, I will take care of yours, this is also your sister's instructions. Hey, I don't believe my sister will say this. I don't want your care. Even if I marry a chicken and marry a dog, I won't marry you. Don't be crazy about it. I want to eat swan meat. Fang Qingwei's chest was together, his teeth squeaked, and then he smiled coldly and burst out. However, she did not dare to do it, but relying on her sister, she is not afraid that Fang Han is not good for her. I am not awkward, you are not a swan meat, but you are not married, but you are not allowed. After I become a true disciple in Japan, I will give you a way out. But before that, I have to ban you from dealing with other men. After all, now my name is my fiancé. If I am relatives with other men, how can I face it? If there is a man like the island owner, I will see it once and play once. Ha ha. Fang Han ha ha smiled and turned into the depths of the sky courtyard. Fang Qingwei saw Fang Han walk like this, and he was so angry that he was so angry. This movement also shocked many disciples to see the excitement. There are foreign disciples and internal disciples, but most of the disciples did not dare to come and go. One is that the strength of Fang Han is extremely strong. I am afraid that only the talents on the Shan list can suppress him against him. Second, things involve Fang Qingxie, the overbearing true disciple. It's hard to get rid of things. When did the foreign disciple have such a powerful person? Among a group of disciples who watched the excitement, 2 people watched far away, and stood out from each other. They looked different and discussed each other. This person is called Fang Han, who is Fang Qingxie. It seems that Fang Qingxie has cultivated a great deal of strength. He wants to train him to become a true disciple. It is rumored that Fang Qingxie gave him a magic treasure, and he can collect the sword. After being afraid to become an inner disciple, the competition for the Shan list a few months later is your enemy. Yes, my favorite is competition. Without pressure, there is no motivation. If so, I will go to play first. One of them, laughing, step by step toward Fang Wei. Ah, Master Yi Shishang, this is the 3rd-ranked Yi Nanshan brother in the Inner Mongolian River. How could he appear here? Maybe I want to see if there are any new people worth noting. Yi Shishang, seeing this person coming over, Fang Qingwei also set the god. That Fang Han said that there are men approaching you, and I will see you once. I don't believe in this evil. I want to be close to you. Qingwei Shimei, you will not look down on your face. Yi Nanshan's brother said the words. Being able to become a friend with Yi Shixi is an honor for Qingwei. As for Fang Han today, I will tell my sister. Fang Qingwei didn't know what he was thinking. Sister and sister will also enter the battlefield of the demon, and be very careful. I have a magical symbol here, which can resist the demon, the spirit of bathing snow. It can make you come out from the battlefield of the demon, safe and sound. Become an inner disciple. Between the words, Master Yi Nanshan leaves a hexagon, which seems to be a magical symbol of a snowflake. Ah, this is the magical level of the spirit level, bathing the snow charm. Fang Qingwei stunned, and when he came over, he felt that his spirit was condensed, all the impurities were eliminated, and the mind was very clear. He did not expect that Yi Nanshan actually gave her a sword. Although this charm cannot be compared with the level of Phagian investments, it is a low-level spirit, but it is very helpful for repairing. Wearing meditation can dispel the demons and bathe the spirit of the snow. So it's called Shower Snow Charm. Go, wait for you to become an inner disciple. I will pull up a few brothers on the mountain river list. The brothers will celebrate for you, and there will be gifts to send you. I see that Fang Han, how can we take us? Yi Nanshan waved his hand. Chapter 56, Demon Battlefield. Chapter 56 The Devil Battlefield. Fang Han's heart was very comfortable, and finally it was a sulking sigh. However, he knows that he still relies on Fang Qingxie. One day, Shintong surpassed Fang Qingxie, and he can really raise his eyebrows. He wants to do whatever he wants and travels between heaven and earth. My current strength is close to 10 horses. After becoming a disciple, I will practice for a while. I am afraid that I can attack the mysterious secrets. After all, a 9-inch Jindan is not eaten. By the way, I will compete for the position of the Shan list. As long as you enter the top 10 of the Shan list, you can get the rewards of the martial art, the spiritual vestments, the swords of the swords, the large amount of medicinal herbs. These things don't be white. Fang Han walked into the depths of the sky house and thought about it. Entering the inner door, with his current cultivation, it is 10, and now it is stable. Now, to go to the devil's battlefield, it is to arrest a large number of demons and practice, by Luo Dadan. The medicine is food, naturally the more the better. There is food in my hand, and I don't panic in my heart. Stand up, the jade card for the assessment. Just then, there was a huge stone gate in front of him. The stone gate was closed. There were 4 elders in the doorway standing at the door. They saw Fang Han coming over and stopped. Fang Han did not dare to neglect, and quickly handed over the jade card with the qualification for assessment. He knows that although these elders are not as good as the elders in the Yuha temple, they are not masters of the mysterious secrets, but they are not lost to him, and they have all kinds of flying swords, and amazing fighting power. Half-elders, is equal to the master of the mountain river list. A half-elder took over the jade card and looked at the handle and raised it. This jade card turned into an aura and shot on the stone door. Rumble. The ancient stone door opened, a star-like atmosphere, blowing in the face, blowing the cold heart and swaying, holding his eyes and looking at the past. I saw a vacuum behind the stone door, the airflow rolling everywhere, can't see what it is. Go in. As long as you stay in the devil's battlefield for 10 days and 10 nights, you can come out. The devil's battlefield is a good place to cultivate. It can withstand the dilemma of the devil, and the spirit will be highly honed. But if you can't stay 10 days and 10 nights, it is extremely dangerous, you may die at any time, you are now withdrawing, and you still have time. Between a half-elder speaking, he took out a bottle of medicinal herbs. This is 5 plucking dan, which can make you maintain good physical strength in the battlefield of the demon. You want to take it or not? Nature will not quit. Fang Han took over the medicinal herbs and stepped into the ancient stone door. This foot stepped out and entered Shimen. Fang Han felt that he had stepped into the dark abyss. He turned around and turned his head almost dizzy. Then his body fluctuated, up and down, not his body. Excellent, powerful, I am afraid that I will vomit on the spot. Wang wang wang. It seems that thousands of bees roar in the ear, the body is light, Fang Han has fluttered to the ground, down to earth, and when the eyes are bright, I saw an incredible scene. In front of it is a huge and desolate plain. The plain is full of craters and craters, which seem to have been impacted by meteorites. In the sky, a green color, starry lights. In particular, many large stone hang from the sky and seem to reach out. But Fang Han knows that these big stone are all thousands of miles away. It seems that this is not the world where Fang Han lives, because there is no such sky. No matter where it is, the sky will not hang huge stone balls. Here is the battlefield of the devil. Fang Han looked behind him and found that the Shimen, who had just entered, had disappeared without a trace. He was like an exiled person and could not go back. This is the sky outside the domain. The sound of yan rang. The stone gate you passed is a channel for mana casting. It is not something that ordinary people can pass. It does not reach the body of the brave realm. It will rotate with blood. Death. Many disciples of the Immortal school, if they commit the rules, will be exiled to the sky outside the field, and will never return to eternal life. It is separated from the world we live in, there is no great magical power, no it may be going back. This is also the place where the devils haunt, the extraterrestrial demon, here is the domain. The extraterrestrial demon, the most like the flesh and blood with the yang, your body is so strong, and in a short while, there will be a lot of sorrows coming from the news. When we capture the demon alchemy, we will make a profit. Where are we going now? Fang Han looked at the desolate desert. I haven't seen any other disciples. Yu Huaman is afraid that the disciples will help the disciples, and they will fight against the devils. Without the effective exercise, each disciple will be sent to various places. This extraterrestrial sky is actually a deserted star, although living with us. The world cannot be compared, but it is also incomparable, which is equivalent to the sum of the land areas of several great dynasties. If you are interested, you can walk around and you may find out what is the treasure of heaven. You must know that the sky environment outside the region is very bad. But inside Dabao, a vast variety of minerals, is also a must for many supernatural masters to come to the mining alchemy. If you can find some rare ore, it is better than the medicinal herbs. Where is the use of magic weapons, such as blood cotton magic clothes or something, will it be discovered? Or, I will simply put the 7 flying swords in Huang Quan's picture into the 7 gourds to form a 7-kill sword array. According to the truth, it should not be discovered, but the feathering door teaches to open this battlefield of the demon, or be careful. Well, I know, Yu Huaman teaches why to open this battlefield. I want the disciples to come to try it out. It is the bait, the sky outside the field is boundless, even if it is the master of the longevity secret, it will not fly for 1,000 years. On the side, it's like ordinary people or like the ocean. The extraterrestrial demon is the fish in the ocean. This battlefield is the place where the bait is. The demon is very interested in flesh and blood. You disciples come here every year. Those demons will gather more and more. It is like throwing a nest before fishing. Fang Han thought about it, and it is true. Just chatting with Yan, suddenly, in the distance, a figure flashed and panicked. Who is it? Fang Han quickly looked at the past, actually Fang Qingwei. At this time, Fang Qingwei, pale, and the sword in his hand is gone, and the hair is scattered, and the warehouse is running, it seems that something terrible has been encountered. Fang Han, save me, I met the demon, the devil is chasing me. Hurry to save me, I am married to you, promise to marry you. Fang Qingwei's sharp crying, shocking. Getting closer and closer, it is here. There is nothing behind you to chase. Fang Han stared at Fang Qingwei. Is it? Fang Qingwei's face showed a hint of a secret smile. She is not Fang Qingwei, she is a demon. He suddenly reminded, be careful. Woo woo, woo woo woo. At this moment, Fang Qingwei, who entered, suddenly turned into a residual image and rushed over to Fang Han. The yin was deep and the cold was filled. Fang Han had a kind of the feeling of mental freezing. N-O-V-L-B in .c Om. Chapter 57, Stars Hegemony. Chapter 57 Stars Hegemony. Fang Han Wan did not think that this, Fang Qingwei, is a fake, it is actually a change of the demon. The devil is ever changing, scheming, pointing to the weak points of the people, and the sinister to such a point, no wonder it is the taboo of countless monks. Even the enemy of the people in the magic path. The devil is a stream of air, a thought of thought, can be transformed, only the demon level of the demon can consolidate the entity. However, even if it is a low-level demon, the illusion of Fang Qingwei is still not visible to Fang Han. Only the masters of the mysterious secrets, possessing mana, and being extremely powerful, can see the illusion and the truth. Yan has magical powers, although his supernatural powers are not big. He was seriously injured before, and after swallowing Tianji to Yangsuo, it is equivalent to a layer 2 level master, Jin Shite. This level is not as good as. But he is very familiar with the demon, can also be sensed, and the words reminded Fang Han, just right. It's no wonder that every time the demon battlefield is assessed, many disciples die. The original demon is so powerful. The yin wind rushed to the body, and the ears were full of sly smiles. Fang Han hurriedly lifted the whole body strength, the spirit was highly concentrated, and the punch went to the shade. Hey, masculine bloody, a sly spirit of killing the evil spirits of the evil spirits, swaying in the wind of the fist, on the spot, the horror of this horror burst, the yin wind burst into several strands, no attachment. The current Fang Han, repaired as a god, because powerful, can provide a strong energy to the mind, so the spirit gradually developed, although not substantive, turned into a mana, but already has the ability to influence the enemy's thinking and spirit. For example, if you look at your eyes, a slightly weak enemy will scare your cock. This is also called visiting. Gradually close to the spiritual mystery. Now Fang Han uses the boxing method to mobilize the spirit, the soul is united, and the focus is a little outbreak. The masculine scorpion, the demon is naturally broken. However, after all, the demon is a demon, and a punch is hit into several strands. A little hovering, the yin wind gathers again. Fang Han, you are really powerful. Hey, but I am invisible, how can you kill it? I will never die, you are so strong, flesh and blood must be very delicious, eat you, I may become a demon king. Devil. How does the demon know my name? Your spirit is revealed, the demon is sensed. One-on-one answer with Yan, Fang Haoshan already has a spectrum. Once again, it formed a cohesive shape. This, devil, turned into a sharp knife. On top of the sword, all of them were jagged, and all the heads of the cold were coming down. Fang Han did not pay attention to the sharp flash of the knife, punched it. It turned out to be hard. This knife is not real, but illusory. If you dodge because of its illusory sharpness, then you will be tempted by the devil. Sure enough, this hard hit, the devil did not dodge. Did not collide with Fang Han's fist, suddenly, turned a secret arc, suddenly rushed to the sky, a blast. Hey, hee, it turned into countless sword rains, and landed. There is nothing wrong with it, it is sword rain. It is like a raindrop like a sword. It is mixed with sharp hardware. Tens of sword rain seems to be wearing a square honeycomb. The devil is a demon after all, and there is a set of illusion and confusion. Will I take this sword rain as real? Fang coldly smiled and violently lifted the spirit, and 10 consecutive strokes, fire the sky, and landed in the sky. GNU, hit. It's awkward, it's awkward. The boxing style of sweeping everything was rushed a few feet high. Sure enough, those sword rains disappeared as soon as they hit the boxing wind. At the same time, when every sword rain disappeared, a scream was made. 1 star destroys the demon, 2 stars, the mysterious machine, the Samsung refines the pure yang, the 4 stars participate in the heavenly battle, the 5-star Leonju method, the 6-star smash, the 7 stars move, the stars fight for hegemony. Fang Han was on the rise, his fists and feet were unfolding, jumping up and down, violently rushing, punching and punching, air whistling, and within a few dozen feet, all of them were his shadow. He is now pushing for the power of 10 horses. The wind blows, the air is squeezed hard, and the small stones that are a few feet away can be blown up. This 7-star boxing, that motivated him best, the air inside a dozen feet was so chaotic, it seems that a gunpowder barrel is brewing. Bang! When he hit the last style, stars for hegemony, the 7 stars were in one, the air of a dozen feet was shocked, the ground shook a little, and the stirring air was shot everywhere. Ah, I am dead. That day, the devil was in a strong wind, and made a scream, then silent, and there was no smoldering magic. This is dead. You are not saying that the demon can be made into a blue dragon. Fang Han received his fists and slightly calmed the spirit of blood. Be careful. Hey, you really thought I was dead? Yin smiled, and in front of Fang Han, suddenly a face appeared, face to face, sticking to each other. Horror is incomparable. Roar! Fang Han screamed, his tongue was spring thunder. This day, the devil suddenly moved, and even flew over the head of Fang Han, and drilled down from the Tianmen. Awkward, it appeared in Fang Han's mind. N-O-V-E in .c ohm. The image of the demon in Fang Han's mind turned into the appearance of Fang Qingxie. In a white dress, it is inviolable. Fang Han, give me your body. I know that you have love for me, now I need your body, can you pay for me? Love a hair, kill, 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 kill. The cold was not prevented from being smashed into the mind by the devil, but suddenly he was furious, but in the midst of anger, he was very calm. This day, the devil is too cunning, and he has been deceived 3 times and 5 times. In the midst of anger, he raised the blood of his body and suddenly rose to the brain, and transported the Yuanshan spirit, brush. In the mind, suddenly the white light is bright, and the light is shining. The extremely bright light pierces the demon into a riddled hole and does not form a body. Then, among the bright white light, an illusory figure, wearing a crown, like a demon like a god, appeared in a flash, with 1 hand and 1 wave, covering the sky and concealing the sun. Ah, you are so powerful. This is the Emperor's Emperor, your spirit, how can it be with the power of the demons? Under the oppressive hand of the magical god, the demon finally dissipated and was completely dispelled. Fang Han ate Ju Jin Jin Dan, and Jin Dan had the blood of Huang Quan Emperor. Naturally, it contained a trace of momentum left by a generation of demons. Since comprehending the realm of Tong Ling, Fang Han can simulate the Emperor slightly. The momentum comes. Especially when he is doing his best, if a person who is not familiar with him sees his momentum, he may think that he is a true disciple of the magic door. Chapter 58, Retribution. Chapter 58 Retribution. Haha, Fang Han, I originally wanted to help you, but I can't think of you actually being able to illusion the illusion of Huang Quan's Emperor. This little invisible demon, how to get the momentum of the Emperor? These scattered the spirit of breath, just give me alchemy. The Yan, dragon shape, then appeared in Fang Han's mind, waving his paws, the scattered demons turned into many streamers, and they were collected, and then entered the Huangquan map. Fang Han quickly immersed his mind in the map of Huangquan, and saw that Yan threw the shape of the demon into the water of the Huangquan River, and then with a finger, the river wrapped the body of the demon inside. There was a sound of panning. About half an hour after the panning, the river suddenly shattered, a mung bean-sized, green and oily medicinal herb floating above the river. How is it so small? Only the green beans are big. Those dans are so big. This difference is also a lot of disparity. Alchemy is so easy. I see, the world, the feathers of the alchemy, to the good Dan furnace, many herbs, then mix and match, then simmer and fire, constantly injecting mana, repelling the dregs, and it is easy to refine the medicinal herbs. A true disciple, even if it is a few months, it will not be able to refine the remedy. Alchemy is too easy. Fang Han knows the difficulty of alchemy. The magical masters of the mystery generally do not only eat the medicinal herbs, because the nutrition and energy of the medicinal herbs are pure. The general food cannot do this. The eater is not old. The role of Huang Quantu is actually a huge Dan furnace. It does not have a great effect on the enemy, but the speed of alchemy is much stronger than the Taoist furnace of the Feather Gate. The figure of Huang Quan Emperor sacrificed this time. I will send millions of disciples to the sects to provide the medicinal herbs. In the future, when I regained my strength, if you open a sect, a large number of apprentices, you must use Huang Quantu. Huang Quanman, 1,000,000 disciples. Isn't that bigger than the feather door? Of course, Huang Quanman was the first demon door in the past, opening up a place called Yin Coyote. 10 disciples under the hands of Huang Quan, mastering life and death. Huang Quan, the emperor even wants to establish a reincarnation, let the world between the universe, after all the dead have died, they immediately send disciples to arrest the spiritual seal. Then, according to the good and evil of the people, reincarnate them and arrange all the destinies of the heavens and the earth. Good people will get a good fate, the wicked, you will get the punishment of eternal world. It is because of this, so he was met by Scorpio. Finally died. Building a reincarnation, Rao is a chiller than the sky, and he is bent on cultivating to the mysterious secrets and then refining the Tao. Still stunned by Huang Quan's ambitions. The death of a person is like a lamp, and after death, the spiritual mark dissipates. Unless there are special reasons, it will be retained and become a ghostly ghost, but it will soon be wiped out. The Emperor Huang Quan wanted to build a huge network of heaven and earth. After the death of each creature, there will be disciples of Huang Quanman appearing immediately, retaining the spiritual seal, but then arrested at Huang Quanman, according to good and evil, the fate of their birth. What kind of atmosphere is this? What kind of great work? What kind of determination? Killing and igniting the golden belt, repairing the bridge and making up the road without a corpse. There is no justice between the heavens and the earth. Heaven, there is no good or evil. Those who are extremely wicked and wicked have long lives, and those who are good at people are dying on the streets. Those who are supernatural, we are going to divide the good and the evil. Let the good get the blessing. Let the evil get the retribution. We want to let every creature between the heavens and the earth know, the head is full of gods, your every move when you move, there are ghosts and gods watching. Even if you cultivate into a supernatural power, you have to be a long-lived student. Therefore, Huang Quan's emperor must establish a reincarnation, so that there is a retribution between heaven and earth. Xiaolong, Yan, screamed and roared. All said that we are devils. But what we do, bright and upright, you can see the sun and the moon. Everything is to make the world between the heavens and the earth, there is a retribution. Killing people to pay for their lives, debts and debts. It is a matter of righteousness, but in this world, it is true that there are many people who do not pay for their lives, and that they are not paying back more debts. Let the world and the world retribute 2 words. Let the world and the world have retribution. There are gods in the head. For the good, longevity, you have to enjoy wealth. For the evil, it died and was tortured. Justice, retribution, good and evil. Is this the ideal of Huang Quan's emperor? Huang Quanman kills the soul and refines the spirit, and sharply enhances the strength. I am afraid that it is also extremely evil. Fang Han began to be excited by the Yan, but gradually calmed down. If you want to reach the apex of the light, you must use the means of darkness. Huang Quan the Great has also shaken this thing. But in the end it was decided, he said, no, there is no big order when it is shattered. This is also heaven, but he failed. To reach the apex of the light, we must use the means of light. This may be the reason for the failure of Huang Quan's emperor. With the dark means, the fairness of the creation, what is justice? Is it evil, and why should others be good? Fang Han murmured, and then he introspected himself. The things I have done in my life have not killed a good person. I am playing the group of general managers of the Fangfu because they are deceiving me too much, have revenge, and complain. Killing the sand, killing the night fork, killing the Shira, killing the demon, is because they are extremely evil. To eat people, the devil just wants to eat me. Into my mind, I must kill it, this is what should be done. Lu Kong was killed by Hong Yi. Although he threatened me, but he did not die, I did not kill his mind and saved him. As for the people of Moshiji, if the means are dark, they will kill them and there will be no evidence of death. Not to be passive now. Take their flying swords, one is to survive, the other is that they are prepared to count me, think of the magic treasure on my body, ready to let me go to the cannon fodder. Third, I killed the Red Powder Prince, it is also a rescue they life, if not me, they must be Pink Prince killed, Feijian also snatched away. Quote, I have analyzed the things I have done, one by one, and Fang Han finds that there is nothing wrong with it. It is a matter of doing things. It is not dark, it is not a magic. In this way, I tortured my heart, and the organization was clear. I felt that my spirit was smooth between the squares and the cold. I felt that there was something running through my mind. I was spiritually concise and had a feeling of glory and glory. It is Baoguang Yingying. N-O-Vel-B in .C Om. Fang Han felt that many of the spirits in his mind were Baoguang Yingying. Although it was not strong, it was soft and tenacious, and the spiritual will was greatly refined. Chapter 59, Great Weed. Chapter 59 Great Whitey Devil. The ideal of Huang Quan's emperor, let me finish it. What kind of reincarnation is established, what is the reward and punishment of Yin Sao's government? There is indeed a retribution between heaven and earth. I will not kill, but use the right means to make the world there is a good and evil between. Between the words, Fang Han had a word, his eyes closed slightly, and there seemed to be a slight noise from the top of his head. It seems to open the skylight, a bright and free. Your spirit is pure, and you have taken the most solid step in stepping into the mysterious mystery. With such a heart, even if you don't take Ju Jin Jin Dan, you will step into the mysterious secrets sooner or later. Seriously, for more than 3 years, as long as 1 year, you will be able to cultivate a supernatural power. This progress has been shocking. Indeed, Fang Han started from the practice of martial arts, and the foundation was so poor, but in just a year, he was repaired to the realm of divine change, close to the power of 10 horses. If he could still cultivate the magical power in a year, then it's too shocking. Even Jin Shitai, after practicing for more than 10 years, went to the realm of change, and could not make progress. Finally, with the help of Yin-Yang Wanshuden, it broke through the realm. The base is 100 times better than Fang Hanshang. In fact, in the field of monasticism, it is an excellent qualification to reach the mysterious secrets within 20 years. Within 10 years, it is a peerless genius. Just tortured himself, making his spirit pure and a lot less, this is an excellent practice. However, to break through the mysterious secrets, there is still a very difficult way to go. Well, I thought it would be more than a few years. Not much to say, practice it. Fang Han is very determined because he feels that he has a goal, an unprecedented goal that is extremely grand. A more magnificent future than a good one. How big is the heart and how big is the achievement? He knows that as long as he walks toward this goal, it is a magnificent life. Take this Bilu Daden, right? This is to increase the spirit, don't swallow it, crush it, melt it into juice with water. Drop it on the top door of your head, use the spirit to pick up, will clear the mind, wash the mind, concise the will. Sighed. Fang Han took out the true water, dripping a drop of water from it, and melting the mung bean-sized bismuth big Dan on his head. It really felt like this Dan was turned into a sap of jade and broke into his own brain. The brain is lightly hot, very comfortable, and it is the kind of drunken feeling. After half a column of incense, the time is drunk, and the spirit in the mind has a dignified, water-like liquid feeling. Well, this big blue Dan, at least able to withstand others for a month of hard work, turned blood into a spiritual effort. I originally wanted to pass the Tao of Huang Quanman to you, but the feathers of the dragon and the tiger, you cultivated a change in temperament will definitely be seen. So wait until you cultivate into a mysterious secret, and then look for opportunities to practice darkly. From the realm of change to the realm of the gods, the gap is very large, it requires a lot of accumulation, transforming the spirit into mana, changing the volume to qualitative change, breaking the world view of ordinary people, definitely not a one-night event. The inner disciple of Yuhuaman, the disciples on the list of the mountains and rivers are all fighting. This kind of war, what magic weapon, the spirit, does not work. Only swallow the medicinal herbs, strengthen the body, cultivate the spirit, and repeat the hard work day after day. Just in the spirit of Fang Hanyan's refining, when digesting the power of Tilu Dadan, 1,000 miles away from him, a tall stone peak stood a man, this man, surrounded by many yin winds. These squally winds are constantly sending out strange language, and it seems that they are reporting to this man. Yes, the disciple of Yuhuaman has begun to enter here and began to cultivate. The teaching of Yuhuaman has turned this place into a trial site. I think we will gather more and more. But this is not because we get more flesh and blood. The opportunity, the group of people who probably hated the door did not know that Juyong Devil had quietly avoided their induction and sent me here. This time, I want to let the disciples of Yuhuaman be completely destroyed. This man is actually a demon, because his face, constantly changing, sometimes handsome, sometimes ugly, sometimes ordinary, seems to have 1,000 faces, but his body is always bloody, all with body. With the body of the demon, that is the devil. It is also the master of the magical mystery. You can sweep all the existence without magic. Yuhuaman's arrival at the Tianmo battlefield to participate in the assessment is all outside disciples. Although there are some tyrannical, it is impossible to have a master of the mysterious secrets. You organize and learn the laws of human beings. Don't be a master when you meet a master. It is best not to act alone. When you meet a disciple, I will go and kill them directly. This demon king secretly said. Yes, devil. The countless demons around the great whitey devil kept yelling, as if the emperor was adored by the people, showing that the demon king is lofty and powerful. Hey, hey, after the big devil's decree, the countless demons around him flew out like locusts, flying and dancing, the winds bursting, the ghosts crying, the gravel on this ruined star was the volume is raging, like a hail, but fortunately there is no life on this star, otherwise it is afraid to die more than half. N-O-V-E in .c ohm. On this star, thousands of years ago, I remember that there were creatures, but a group of extraterrestrial creatures flew over, eating the souls clean, even the aura of the trees were sucked away, so it was so desolate. Fortunately, those who do not want to eat ore. After absorbing a Bai Luo Da Dan, Fang Han felt that his spirit had been condensed a lot, but his body was a little hungry. It seems that after every cultivation, he will feel hungry. Fortunately, he had enough medicinal herbs, took out a blood dan to swallow it, and drank some real water, closed his eyes and raised his spirits. After a moment, he suddenly stood up, and he was brilliant and brilliant. He stood up and heard the sigh. The devil is the enemy of the world. It floats everywhere in the sky. Wherever it wanders, where it is eaten, wherever it goes, it is full of devastation. All life will be sucked away. This kind of monster that knows only plunder, does not know the creation, also I don't know why it exists in this world. Fang Han read the introduction of the demon in the world, and now he is also exposed to the demon, and finally understands what this is. Chapter 60, Shiragard. Chapter 60 Shiragard. The world makes this thing exist, and there will always be its truth. It may be to encourage other creatures to grow up, there is no pressure to survive, and the immortality will not happen. Among the rumors, the most ancient times, in the primitive era, humans wrestling with the beast, creating martial arts, fighting with the demon, produced a supernatural power. Yan, hey laughed. Don't say so much, since the spirit has been restored, let's move on, kill more than a few demons and sharpen your spirit. Good, go. Fang Han is also confident. At a very fast pace, in the desolate gravel, the potholes shuttle, walking. Fang Han is not laborious, and often a few people with high peaks, he can jump over the past, dozens of steps wide seams, one rush and one pass. This is the law of vertical. Now his jumping power, running power, explosive power, and endurance are much more than ordinary people. Ordinary people look at the place where the sky is awkward. He jumps 40 or 50 steps, and a jump is a few people. And never stop, never rest. Physical strength is long and deep. Running on this ridiculous star, there is a kind of relaxation that releases wildness. Well, how is there wind in front? I feel a huge airflow, is it a tornado? Running and jumping, speeding forward, exercising, Fang Han sighed with his eyes to observe all directions, even the ground to see what mineral treasures, just suddenly far away in front of this, seems to be a little dim. The storm on the sky outside the sky is very intense. A few kilograms of big stones can be blown up in the sky. If you encounter this kind of wind, you still hide in the ground. Hey casual, but then I was shocked. not good, it is not a storm, it is a group of demon. Oops, how can there be so many devils? Fast, get away, so many devils, not opponents, you will be torn into pieces of. The wind is the devil. Fang Han was taken aback, and then he spoke for a while. The wind coming from afar was getting bigger and bigger. He blew his vests like flags and hunted. Everywhere, the wind and sand were everywhere, and the mouth and nose were slightly breathed. All were sand. In particular, there is a sinister smell in the sand, biting cold, and some astringency. It is indeed the magic atmosphere, not an ordinary storm. Dust escape. A crystal of water flashed past, around the whole body, suddenly within half a foot of the body, dust and sand all fell. This is a sign in the martial art. Fang Han now knows the benefits of this, dust repellent, otherwise the dust has to be buried. You are going to converge on life, find a place to hide, you must escape the Tianmo army. My Guai Guai here is full of tens of thousands of demon, so many demon can go to attack some small fairy martial art. Some small martial art, only one or two masters of the magical mystery, the demon directly swallowed. This dragon seems to have deep taboos. Tens of thousands of devils are enough to swallow it. In addition to the top 10 sects of the fairy road, there are some small sects. It is also established by the masters of magical powers. For example, Fang Han's, No Night Island, is the owner of the island. His father is the master of the island. However, it is similar to Jinshitai, and it is a very small martial art. Basically waiting for 200 or 300 years, the island's main life is gone. After death, the martial art can disappear. Such a small faction is called a loose repair. Scattered martial art, there is no master of longevity, otherwise it will become a big faction. Close the pores, catch the breath, collect the spirit, and enjoy the vitality. Fang Han came here, did not dare to neglect, saw a huge seam, immediately flew past, more than 10 times more agile than the apes, the body shrinked, a bomb, a climb, learn so-so, a sneak usually I got into the deep seams. If such a situation is seen by ordinary people, it will be shocked to say that, the big mouse has become fine. Hiding in the cracks of underground rocks, hiding the body, Fang Han closed the pores of the whole body, did not leak a little gas, and the breathing was adjusted long and long. If there was nothing, the spirit was in the mind, condensed into a light and shining group. This is the result of his recent practice. If one closes the pores, a little breath will not leak out, and it will appear as a stone. Even the dog's nose can't smell the smell. The dog's nose is not heard. This is also an important milestone for the physical control of the gods. This kind of lock, the devil is naturally difficult to feel. Can escape the disaster. On the surface above, Fang Han only felt the sound of thunderous thunder, and it seemed like 1,000 horses rushing, and there were big stones falling from above. Fortunately, the place he hid was a deep hole that was recessed. The stone can't reach his body, otherwise he will avoid the stone, and the breath will need to be leaked. The consequences will be disastrous. He and the Yan will be eaten. According to the truth, there is no such thing as a demon in the battlefield of the demon. Otherwise, the inner disciple of the assessment must be dying. Even if it is a true disciple, there are a few deaths in the face of so many gods. Could it be out? What happened? While lurking, Fang Han thought about it. After a long time, I felt that the above yin wind gradually disappeared, and Fang Han let go of the breath. For example, a squatting rushed to the ground and rushed to the ground. The desolate ground was a mess, and many huge pinnacles were broken. Suddenly, a yin came again. A lot of voices, mixed with thought, were conveyed to his head. This time, the Juyang demon sire opened the fairy law blockade of the Yuhuaman, and sent the Dewey devil king to come in. We can also eat a full meal. I haven't eaten blood food for a long time. The last time I was in the Great Northern Ocean, several devils joined forces to up a female monk's Yuanian. I looked around and it was so refreshing. November LBJNN. I heard that the demon king of the otter was killed by a female disciple of the surname of Fanghua, and refining the body of the demon king. The demon of the 9 yin was suppressed by the demon god. This time, the demon of the 9 yang is to avenge. Hey, someone, there is flesh and blood. Hey, good and powerful flesh and blood. I can't think of us coming late, not catching up with the big troops. But we can meet a feathering disciple, still so strong, we join hands to him away. Let's go. Yes, him up, let him only have a layer of skin, and then cast his skin, let us confuse others. There are still remnants of the demon. Fang Han looked at it. There were actually more than 10 yin blood rotations, and they swooped at themselves. They immediately shot, but in the hundreds of steps, the more than 10 hurricanes suddenly stopped and turned into 10. A woman who wears a thin veil and a beautiful wind flowing into the bones, dances with a heart-warming dance, makes a squeaking voice, and the sorrowful little songs of the sorrows, and the Fang Han gets a glimpse. Little brother, we are so lonely, come and comfort us. Hey, the waves that are emitted from the eyes of the scorpion are shocking the nerves of the human body, and the steel giants are turned into a red and soft. I want to use this to shake my heart. Dream. Fang Han did not look at these young women, suddenly shot, and pulled out a few palms in the sky above the head, and burst into the mouth, Apocalypse, the spirit of the sun and the moon. His current nephew, a giant scorpion, can shake a tiger to 7 bleeds and faint. The palm of the hand cooperates with the sound, and it is like a thundering wave of a sledgehammer. If the giants hit the Tiangu, the sound waves are shocked for dozens of miles. In the palm of the wind, there are 10 shadows on the top of the head. These shadows are actually a skeleton with a sharp, miserable sound. It seems to have been severely hit, and those young women in the distance are phantoms. The general disappeared. It turns out that those young women are illusory, but they hide themselves, drilled down from the sky, and have to drill into the square of Fang Han's head. The tricks involved in this are really scheming. One is to cross the sea, and the other is to hit the west. If people are tempted by those women, they will naturally succeed. If they are not tempted to kill them, they will kill them, and they will be thrown away from them and be poisoned. The spirit of losing the cold has increased again and has been refined. To falsify the truth, not to let these demons succeed, but to count them, hurt them, otherwise let these demons into his mind, may not be scattered. A demon is good to deal with, and more than 10 demons are all in the body, so you can't suppress it. Hey, these demon, illusion of the horrible white bone shape, rushing toward the sky, to avoid the palm wind and sound of the cold, so as not to be injured again, fell to the ground. However, where Fang Han will let them avoid, the hand bends, the 7 gourds, hanging on the body have been taken out, the wolf smoke is rolling, rising into the sky, turning into a piece of magic face, swallowing toward these devils. Serious smoke is an excellent magic weapon. It can be said that it is the nemesis of the demon. These demons, if they use the flying sword to kill, have little effect and can only kill a little bit of essence. Because the demon is a stream of air, it is like a knife to cut off the water, unless the kind of pure magic weapon level of the sword can be annihilated. The serious smoke wraps them directly. The magic faces that were turned into smoke by the demon were swallowed up, and they did not die, but they struggled, but they were pulled by the square cold fishing line. The 7 gourds kept shaking, and they were the strength of the struggles of the gods. When they were cold, they felt like they were really fishing for a few big sharks. They felt like being pulled off several times. Fortunately, he was powerful and spent 9. The power of the cows and the tigers, the real devil into the gourd. It's so hard to collect the 14 heads of the demon. If I come to 100 heads, I am not dead. Fang Han poured the gourd into the picture of Huang Quan, and the blood was somewhat floating. Hey, yan de ji, yan, shoku, shoku. I took these medicinal herbs to the Feiyue young. They will accumulate strength and change. Fang Han, this time we refine some of the demon. If you kill 360 demon, refine 360 Dan gave 10 flying night forks to eat, they will evolve into Shira. At that time, we have 10 Shira guards. In the picture of Wang Quan, there are 10 flying night forks sealed. After practicing the medicinal herbs, they give each one a meal. As a result, these flying night forks are thicker, like a big scorpion, wrapping themselves up, not stopping and squirming. 10 Shu guards. That's too strong. Fang Hengsen is hot.